to the Gamegasm podcast. We put the O in radio. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. My name is Jeremy.
Window's so dark, you need a flashlight to see me.
Oh,
it's O'Brien.
I know that one.
Nice. This is Xander.
No, we need a rap quote. Just give us one. Something. Anything.
Shit, I can't. Yeah, I'm on the spot. I got nothing.
Did you know it, though, actually?
Yeah, Windows so dark, you need a
flashlight to see me.
Master P.
Smoking on that Doja. Then for young urban gentlemen in
brothers
the back.
in the back screaming No Limit Soja.
The best Master P song, I do believe. And everybody wants to hate on Master P. His early stuff was actually really good.
Until make him say,
Well, yeah, that was on that album. But that album also had Ghetto D, which is basically a song explaining how to manufacture crack. I'm sorry, Nelly doesn't do that.
That was the downfall of him, though.
Yeah, make him say, because it was popular.
Yeah, that was when...
But he wrote it on tanks.
Well, he's the colonel of the motherfucking tank.
Yeah.
I'm after Big Ball. He's after Big Bank.
I know. It's true.
I was just thinking that.
He is Mr. Ice Cream Man. Had 31 flavors. What would you do if I stuck my spoon in your mouth?
I'd suck it. I mean...
That's not what she said.
Let's cut the podcast off right now, and we'll be right back.
Remember, more penises. Better beginning.
More penises, more views. That's what I hear.
Really?
Uh-huh. It's
I statistically proven?
Google, yeah. Google penis and views. It'll show you lots of things.
Don't Google that.
Nope.
Don't
it
Google
will.
that.
It will bring you back what you've Googled, though. It will give you a correct search.
It definitely will. So anyway, sup? I've been sick. That sucked.
Yeah.
Hey, no fun.
And I actually skipped streaming today so I could be ready for this, because otherwise I figured my voice would not make it through.
Oh, yeah, you did. I was like, you skipped streaming, but I streamed with you. But no, that was the early stream, your actual personal stream, yeah.
I skipped my personal stream. I think my voice can handle 3 hours. 7, not so much.
Little, yeah.
I've been cutting my stream short this week, trying to get back to 100%.
Your
Something.
Yeah, your AIDS.
Immune system.
I was gonna say your
amino acids. Is that what you're
your
gonna say?
immunocompromised system is what I was going with. And I was like,
it didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, I just totally forgot it. You have AIDS. Is what I'm going with.
Oh, okay.
Maybe HIV. This is what I mean, in this day and age,
it's full blown AIDS,
and it's a result of you being gay, obviously.
I don't have the money to. I'm not Magic Johnson over here. I don't have the money to keep it in the HIV zone.
It's just not. As long as you're not in a third world country, you're gonna get ACT. It's gonna be just fine.
Anyway, we got anything good in the mailbag?
Nope.
Well, of course. In fact, we brought in a stranger,
Whoa.
but there are 2 solid ones.
Really?
Yeah, actually,
a newbie.
One of them
huh?
actually mentioned he's going to continue his war for the mail sack. So that's what I like.
Yeah.
So we're bringing here Michael.
Michael, what's up?
Real Silverwolf.
Silverwolf. Yeah.
One day I got up and played stream. I think he was in it.
Yeah. Silverwolf. He actually played his very first game ever in Smite on my stream.
Yeah,
Wow.
and he's
now level 30.
Is he level 30?
He was 29-ish last time I saw.
Yeah.
So he's getting fucking close if he's not.
He'll post some of his good games on Twitter, by the way.
Fucking braggart.
He is.
Braggart. Oh, he posts good games on Twitter, man.
Anyway.
I slowly regret it.
He's just proud. He's learning.
So we even had a number for silver. I almost didn't let him in on that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, lead speed. Come on now. Those Uber hacks. No, but he had a good question. What game world will we live in? If we could live in any of them. And why?
Ooh.
Game world?
A game world.
Environment. Universe, if you will.
Yeah. Like Dead or Alive or something.
Yeah. I'd like that universe.
Dead or Alive. Whoa,
them jizzle physics. Jizzle physics.
I don't know. Game world.
I think this is...
The only thing you gotta realize, he's not asking if you could be the hero.
No. Just
so you wouldn't necessarily be like a god among men, because then they would all rock. It's that you're just going to be a dude in said world.
I don't think I'd want to live there, but one of the most intriguing for me is the Fallout. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I don't think
I'd want to
fucking
live there, though.
Running water, electricity, and a post-apocalyptic
I like rads.
fest.
I like drinking from toilets.
I think Skyrim would be up there, because there's a lot of variation of landscape, and it's a really, really pretty...
You don't like the cold. It'd be cold as fucking Skyrim.
Not to mention, people might just randomly walk in your house and murder you for your glass armor. Think about that. That's a game where you're just going to
technically they can do that in
glass
any game.
armor anymore.
I know, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how many times I'm like, oh, that guy's got some nice shit.
Hey, you wearing Daedric?
And then I look around like, oh, no guards here, baby. Just me and you. I'm just going to beat you with a club.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Yeah, I don't care. That's the problem.
But the guards for my house are invincible. They just
if I get hooked on skooma, it's the things.
That moon sugar's a motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'm the one breaking into people's houses, though.
Hey, that's true. That's true.
living on the edge.
I don't know. That's really a difficult one.
Like it's an interesting question because I feel like I would need more time to give you like a real like great answer. I was thinking like pretty.
Maybe the world of Toe Jam and Earl.
Listen, oh my god,
they had really great grass physics on Dreamcast. Like it was the best looking grass.
Fast Griggigs. That's a hard question because because you may not be the hero, you also may be the hero.
I guess that's true.
Because the issue becomes, I don't want to be a commoner in any game universe. Name one game universe where the commoners just have it made.
Well, if you look at like honestly, RPGs, most of them are commoners who become heroes. So most of them have a low background. You know, that's a pretty
or
common
prisoners if you're Skyrim.
Yeah, it's a common
Scrolls game.
It's a common theme to, the rising from the bowels.
It's kind of like a troll answer, but like Minecraft, because like I can just create my own world.
That would be kind of interesting.
But that's saying you're a creator. You're just there. So you're living in somebody else's created world. That's the point of it all.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's why I'm looking at it. So I think he's thinking like, what's
this
a
question makes me feel uncomfortable, Silverwolf.
Maybe that's how he wrote it. So I don't know.
What a dick.
Like you would be like, I want to live in I don't know, Silent Hill, something like that.
Nope.
Can be in Dead Space.
Resident Evil.
Yeah,
Can I work for Umbrella?
Now, wait a minute now we're talking cool if I can work for Umbrella? Yeah. Maybe we'll talk, because I'm like wealthy and powerful. I don't have to deal with the T-Virus. That's all y'all, the plebs.
How about post-craziness Rapture would be kind of neat.
That'd be cool.
Or pre-craziness, I meant, not post.
It'd be a nifty area. Actually, I think the one... I
think Rapture would be cool. I choose Rapture before all the crazy shit went down.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. Because it's a really cool environment. If I had to pick one, maybe this is going to be another cop-out, but Final Fantasy 3 possibly before everything goes to shit, because it's really cool in steampunk. There's magic in the world. There's lots of things you can do, and that's a commoner thing. A lot of people have those powers, so it could be anybody.
That's why I chose Rapture, because everybody can get the plasmids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I thought I answered twice. I answered like Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Well, not necessarily Minecraft. This would be interesting.
You want to punch cows for your life.
Well, yeah.
Punch this tree over
I was more like the Minecraft aspect. It would give me the ability to create my own abode. I mean, I may be living in the world, but everybody who lives in the world can create. Can create their own thing.
I get that. Yeah.
So I can punch trees and get my wood, and my life would be all right then.
You ever played Minecraft?
No.
The first
I know I'm like one of those people, but I just don't have I have negative desire.
Oh, it's not. It's fun to dick around in with a buddy
and build like a fucking castle, and then
it's not fun to play. Yeah. I don't understand how people have been playing it for 3 years.
No, I still don't. I don't understand.
But the first achievement you get when you break a piece of tree is called getting wood. Because you get wood.
Wow. Hope you didn't fucking stay up night for that. Fucking knee slapper.
That's pretty good though. Yeah. Like
getting
Minecraft.
Wood. Yeah, the
seen
Hitler
that
version.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
My wife thinks that's just hysterical.
Because Hitler.
Well, it's because that hat they put on him in the thing. It's kind of comical.
That was a good question, though.
It was actually.
It's a tough one to answer.
Yeah.
If you'd give me like a week to think about it, then I'd have a much different answer, honestly.
Because you're probably forgetting a game.
Oh, I know I'm forgetting games.
I'm just thinking of one that's got a really cool kind of setting. It's a pretty world, and maybe have something out of the ordinary.
Like Hyrule would be kind of neat too.
Fuck yeah, it would be.
Like very fantasy. I mean, there's just really
Animal Crossings, bitch. I got my bells on. I hang out with hippos and elephants.
Yeah, but then you gotta pull weeds out of your yard.
Yeah, but then I go, what the fuck do you do now? I have to mow the lawn now.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to live in Harvest Moon because I have to fucking do
I can hang out with Tota KK.
Farm and shit. Fuck that.
Tota KK can rock it out for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got Skull King.
Mm-hmm. Imagine
welcome back, sir.
Didn't expect this one.
Yeah. He asked it. Now, a lot of games are not coming with manuals.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel about that, good, bad, or otherwise?
They're not coming with manuals because they're coming with in-game tutorials. So, as long as I understand how to use my controls, and I don't lose any information from not having a booklet, I'm 100% fine with it.
I do not like it.
Well, that's a nostalgia thing, because you're a collector.
It is, but also the fact of, when I was 6 and I started first playing Romance 3 Kingdoms or Genghis Khan, and granted, people now just go on the internet. Dude, there was fucking internet in the 80s. I had to tell you, in the late 80s, I couldn't just hop on the web. But so a lot of my information I received about those things historically was from the back of those old Romance 3 Kingdoms booklets, or Nobunaga's Ambition for that matter, would have all the main guys and all the history and all the stuff. And I read every manual. I loved it.
Yeah.
And I get the in-game tutorial, but I like the controls in a much more in my face, because sometimes, like, especially for strategy games, you put in a game tutorial, fucking thing lasts like 20, 30 minutes. There's so much shit you don't care about. I just want to look and read while I'm taking a dump or something and be able to categorize that.
And that honestly, like, I know you're kidding, but that kind of brings up a point for me. I'm very much in the middle on this. I do miss it's like anytime you buy like an NBA game or a Call of Duty game or whatever, most any game you get like a pamphlet.
It's like 3 pages.
Well, and then like on the NBA was the last about like 2K12, 2K13, something like that. It had literally like it was a page or actually 2 or 3 pages of literally different moves you could do, like a
lot of
a
fucking
hop
moves.
step, a fucking a turn. I mean, like everything that you could do, and that was the manual. So, like what I used to do back in the day, when I had like my old Final Fantasy manuals or old Star Ocean manual, I'd go poop, and I would grab something because you didn't have a cell phone to play on the
Original
internet.
poop material.
I would just like, I gotta go poop. Oh god, look, manual's right there. Grab a manual. I might have read that same manual 4 or 5 times. It was interesting to me, but that would be the only time one of the few times that I actually read the manual. But at the same time, I get why they don't do them anymore.
Am I the only one that shits in 30 seconds? Like, I don't need reading
No,
material.
here's the thing. You have to understand. I shit in 30 seconds. Unless it's a real gross one.
But you just sit there and read?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I do that.
See,
my shits usually last way longer than 30
It's
seconds.
relaxing.
I'd
No,
rather shit,
it
get back
depends.
up and get in a comfortable chair rather
Sometimes-
than have my ass on a fucking...
Sometimes the
porcelain
bowels
ring.
don't always cooperate.
Yeah.
You know,
I
sometimes
understand that, but that's what I get.
You
the
worked with
phone
me for
that.
a while, it's
Oh,
nice.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it don't work.
You
but
got a nasty colon, that's for sure.
I can't help
and
it.
my shits take way longer than 30 seconds. I can't shit in 30 seconds. It just don't happen.
if it's
Yeah.
a bad one, I need to have something to read and concentrate. I just don't like not having something to concentrate on.
Yeah.
But
See, the thing is, though, with the controls, you can go into the settings and look at the controls.
yeah, but first off, you're going from a PC perspective.
No, any game.
I guess that's true, but some of them you couldn't go and fucking change the settings in Mario. You see what I'm saying?
no, but
and even now,
times have changed. That's why booklets have changed.
and I get that. I'm just saying, even some games now, you don't really. I can't go to EU4 and really look through all the controls. It's not a real possibility because most of it is just me clicking a mouse for everything. There's a few hotkeys.
Well, that's a game that doesn't require controls.
But it requires a ton of explanation.
Right.
And you can do a tutorial, but you're going to miss things. Give it to me in a book. And they
Would you
do.
rather have a written civilopedia?
That was a tough one, though. Here's the thing. I still have my written civilopedia, I'm using quotation marks, for Master of Magic.
Yeah.
I print off, and that's like 90 pages, and it's just racial stats, unit stats, building stats. I read that like 6 times.
I will say, kind of going like that.
For strategy games, I feel that it's almost borderline necessary.
I will say, back when I played like a little bit of D&D, like the actual pen and paper D&D, we had like the monster manual and all the fucking
Bestiary.
What's that?
The Bestiary.
The bestiary,
Yeah.
or any of the
Bestiality.
heroes. The hero manual, I forget what the fuck it's called. I used to read those a lot of shit too. I mean,
Oh,
that's
they're
like,
awesome reads.
Yeah,
but
like
that's something you have
yes,
to have written.
no, but
material
I agree.
because
But
you're not playing
and
on
that's
a game or a
I
computer.
guess what I'm trying to say is I miss reading manuals while I shit.
And I'm not hating on a tutorial at all.
I'm totally just the tutorial. I think that for 95% of games out there, you can get all the information you need from a quick tutorial or the settings menu.
Yeah, I just think a lot of it's also giving you background information, and I just like that. Because that's what a lot of that stuff, you like RPG especially, or even some of the action games, the manual contained background story that you might not even see in the actual game itself.
Yeah.
And always being story driven, regardless, I don't give a fuck, it's Mario. Just give me, I like background. I want to have a purpose of what I'm going to accomplish. So a lot of it, to me, is that I was gaining something. It was making more part of the game.
How would
and
you
now
feel,
I just feel it's laziness.
How would you feel if in the menu they gave you an option to click or scroll down and press A on a background section and actually give you a chance to read some
If
background?
they let me read a manual digitally, it's probably okay, although it's less tactile. And
Or like a PDF from a
I like to open the book and smell the manual.
Yeah. See, that's the collector in you, though.
Yeah, also
the kinda
nobody else
guy
has
who-
opened it, and the person I don't like to,
Yeah.
I don't like secondhand goods.
Yeah. You're the kind of guy who likes to open a new electronic product and smell inside the box.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's like smelling box.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Well, sometimes they get a little fragrant. Didn't. No, I'm just kidding. I'm okay with it if it's a digital form, as long as I'm getting some kind of manual. To be honest with you, I just like it.
Yeah, I like
No
I said,
shame in your game, bro?
I wish they included them, but I understand why they don't.
It's laziness, I feel, because I'm sure it's a cost, but it's got to be such a fractional cost.
I do agree with that.
That's my
know
only
if-
issue with it. What's it going to cost them, a nickel?
I don't know if it's laziness,
or lack of demand.
that's the thing. The
It
people
may be.
that are playing it are lazy,
Young
and
kids
they
today probably
realize
can barely read.
nobody fucking looks at these books. You know, and you say they can
But
barely
yeah, they're
read.
like, it's a book.
Well, after last
This is
week's
not
episode,
getting my kill
after
death up.
Yeah.
after last week's episode, I mean, we've got proof that they can barely read. I mean,
Yeah.
Michael was here. So.
Yeah. Oh, but
He's not even gonna listen this far on the podcast.
No,
Don't
no.
worry.
He's already tuned out.
He's like, I can't go. I got a
I got
phone.
a text. I missed it. What did
I knew it was a. I
I
got
gotta
to
check my spot.
my Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Snap-
I was
what
trying
are
to
you,
think of what
a
it's
girl?
called.
Fag. Right. Anyways, yeah, you suck at that.
Yeah.
It's called life. You suck at that. Okay, Skull King's competition.
Uh-oh. Realist dub?
The real W I know. He asked one that he's asked before. I think we may have. I may have missed it. So we're gonna bring it up. It's a tough one to answer. The biggest regret you have as a gamer.
God, what?
I feel like that's a really deep question.
Yeah, because here's the thing. And we were just when I saw this question, we were discussing it. Obviously, regret. Like a regret's like I
don't know how we-
I robbed a liquor store when I needed money or something.
I just
or,
blew that, guys. A regret is something you can't take back. I regret it because
that's
I
a,
can't
that's a
undo
really
it.
like yeah. If someone's like, hey, what do you regret in
I
your
don't
life?
regret
I'm like,
dying on
oh
Mega
my
Man.
god, you know.
I regret not performing better in high school, or I regret drunking and driving and killing that guy.
Yeah, like I don't know that there's anything
We're
that
bad
I
people apparently.
Yeah, I know. Like I don't know if there's anything that I would classify as a regret in my gaming life. So I think we almost have to taper our expectation down of within the realm of gaming that.
What do you wish you could
Haunts
you
my
could
dreams.
undo?
I died on Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah. Oh,
Every
one time.
night. So I don't know. Though I will say the one, and we've actually mentioned the story a couple times. I do regret jumping on the bed after being
Yeah.
after beating Jim in that Tecmo Bowl game. Like I know we're laughing, but I legit regret that. If I
Yeah.
could take that back.
I don't regret it for you because it's that moment. It's the story. Like the story superseded the.
I mean, he was playing me in Tecmo Bowl. What was he thinking?
Well, he was thinking he knows he's gonna win, so if I do beat him, he'll be happy for me.
I would have been, but he didn't beat me.
But you were,
And I regret
you
that.
were more happy that you won.
It was the fact that it was such a bullshit. It was a bullshit victory. Because I mean, I got lucky. And as far as we're talking about this now, it's like I joke now, but honestly, if I could take that back, I would.
Yeah.
Because I hurt somebody's feelings, and that's never my intention.
No.
Well, if I liked him, I actually didn't want to hurt his feelings.
Right.
I will say, like, my regret of gaming is, and I don't actively regret it because I'm happy where like I'm at in my gaming life. Not to be, but I'm known as kind of the RPG guy for the most part. I
You're
branched.
so zen.
That's right. But there are times that I wish I would have branched out and played. Got more into like the strategy games that you guys play because I did like the old Command and Conquers we used to play. Very, very, very casually. Even some of the Warcraft 2 or Warcraft 3, a buddy of mine, we played a little bit in high school, and he was actually pretty good. And it was just like I wish I'd picked up more breadth of games in a way. Because there are a couple games that I did tunnel vision pretty hard, but at the same time, I mean. And I guess it did take away from my time to maybe get better at shooters or play more shooters and maybe check those out or strategy games or anything else that I just didn't get into or because it'd be a game every once in a while someone's like, oh, did you play that game, dude? And I'm like, I should have played that game, but I didn't. And I don't know that is a direct correlation to my amount of time I spent playing RPGs, but at the same time, if I hadn't played as much RPGs, it would have freed up some other time, or maybe I should have said fuck it, and not slept as much as I did, and just
But that's legit. As far as gaming goes, that's a legit understandable regret. I understand what you're exactly saying. Because sometimes I feel the same way about, I enjoyed my time with WoW. And I know I'm the only one here that actually would almost go back and play. I would. I don't care. I had a blast
I
doing
would
it.
if we all did.
Well, if I were a single guy, and had no restrictions, I would probably always play MMOs. Because there's so much great about
there's
it.
a lot of good stuff.
But there was 2.5 years where I literally played very little other games. I did play other games, but not like 10% of my time of gaming rather than would have been 60 or 70%.
Yeah.
And that was, I missed on some good games because of that. So I understand, that's a good one.
I legitimately didn't have an answer until you guys started talking. And I got to thinking of, I kind of regret putting that much time into one game as well. But my biggest regret, the two games that I put a shit ton of time in, WoW and Counter-Strike 1.6, I regret not trying to keep our team together and going pro. Because we were like 6 games away from hitting qualifiers for CPL. I regret not pushing forward and
That's
continuing
legit.
that.
Well, and
That's
because
legit.
like a pro gamer experience is not somebody, whether or not you guys did great or poor or whatever. I mean, that's something that I don't know that it holds weight, but it's like something you say. I was legitimately a pro gamer, and you were really close at that point.
Well, I regret not, because all of that time I played competitively is wasted. I still enjoyed the time playing the game.
Sure.
But actually going through the strategies and the practice, it would be like going for getting a basketball scholarship or something like that. You practice and you go through all the plays and you try as hard as you fucking can.
But you don't play a game.
Yeah, but then you're like, I don't want to play anymore. It's like you wasted all that effort. And it's not the time that I care about, it's the effort that I put into it.
Sure.
That sucked.
So for a question we all felt that was going to be very difficult in a way, actually
we all
makes
have
there's
really
going to
good
be
answers for
there's
it.
something out there where you wish you could possibly change.
Yeah.
I think other than the gym jumping on the couch thing, I agree with Andrew. There's times I wish I probably would have maybe been more economical with my time and experienced more.
Sure.
Well, and it's when you're in, and I think this is a question that, and I don't know if this question was intended to be this,
Serious?
thought provoking or serious, but at the same time, we're the right people to ask this question to. We're gamers who have been gamers and who are smart enough and thoughtful enough to reflect on our history of gaming and be honest about it. People, I don't know how old the Realist W is. I don't know if he mentioned, but just by the law of averages, I'm sure he's
12.
probably no, but
I would say 18 to 22.
yeah,
as a guess.
he's probably 10 years younger than us, give or take. And asking an 18 to 22-year-old what their regrets are in their gaming life, they may not even think about it. For one thing, they may I just play video
They didn't
games.
play
Or,
Call of Duty enough.
I regret not being born a decade earlier.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Is I didn't think we were gonna get any good material out of it. I thought we were just gonna be like, I don't fucking know, and we
Wow.
actually did. And yeah,
What a fucking downer.
We had to score that one for real dub on that round.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good.
you did.
Actually, though, we talked a lot about the manual. That made me think about manuals.
Yeah.
I will say,
Those are rocking questions. Once again,
while I do say it was a good question, he does lose points for bringing the mood of the podcast down.
I
You guys have,
know,
be fucking
man.
I
serious.
kind of want to cry now.
I was talking about shitting for the whole last
Yeah.
segment, and then now I
We
have
talked
to,
about penises. We talked about shitting, and now I'm sad.
now it's like I'm old and our
Thanks,
times are
dickhead.
over.
I'm just
and
gonna fucking hang myself live on podcast.
I'm gonna like have a
because-
cry fest after this.
I do want
Jesus.
to say, the guy that left our team's name was Chibong.
Chabong.
If you're listening,
Fuck you,
you fucked my chances up, you cocksucker.
Chabong,
Chibong.
CHA bong,
Huh?
like a bong.
Like Chi, Chibong. I don't know what the fuck it meant.
Chibong, oh.
No,
He was like
yeah,
I think he was like Spanish. He's like Mexican kid.
Man, I just think of the bong thing going Silent Scope 420. You might have been
man.
asking for it.
We should have known too, because he left the team before for a girl, and then he came back, and then we got all the way through the fucking ladder, and then he quit again.
What a fucking dick.
Yeah, and we had to start back over at Calo, and we were all like, "You guys even want to do this again?" We were like, "Not really." Okay.
Well, hell.
You motherfucker.
We'll find you.
I will find. I have a certain set of skills.
Yeah. Very good at tracking possibly Mexican, possibly stoner Counter-Strike players.
Guy.
From 10 years ago.
10.
Well, 15 years ago.
If you apologize, I won't look for you. I won't find you.
Actually, that was probably 12 years ago, yeah.
It's been
Watch him actually listen to the podcast. Like, motherfucking train kill,
Oh
bitch.
my god. I wasn't trend killed.
I know, but
I was-
watch him
I
put
was
two and
5
two
minutes
together.
alone.
you
Yeah.
weren't vaginal blood fart or something.
Yeah.
That was my Smurf.
I remember that.
Vaginal blood fart. Yep, that was me.
At least we've matured since then.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh, speaking of mature, I almost died, and I know we're going to move on to the game here.
Or the main topic.
I mean. I almost died. I was playing Smite this morning with Catixia.
Okay.
Most people who are listening may know Catixia. And she died, and she was like, "Oh, I don't know what happened." And I was like, "What?" She was like, "I died." And I was like, "What do you mean you died? Why were you backing in the middle of the lane?" And she goes, "I didn't mean to back." She goes, "I must have fat-fingered my bee." And I literally lost it on stream. I could not stop laughing. And she didn't know why it was funny. And then I said, "Read chat," because they were typing it. And she goes, "Is that what you're laughing at?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh, that's a stretch." And I go, "I bet it is." And I'm trying my hardest to not, be a pervert. I couldn't help it. It was like when somebody farted in high school. You just can't help but laugh.
Okay, so farting in high school is funny, and now is still
Really funny.
It's still
funny.
hilarious.
Just checking.
Yeah,
checking.
absolutely.
I think farts are amazing.
Oh yeah, they're hilarious. You're never too old to find a fart funny.
I don't think so.
I farted earlier today, and you guys go, oh, that's disgusting. And then again,
The
like
bad thing is
my son thinks it's funny.
I've known you
He knows
both
at
for
this
so
age.
long, I could tell you which one farted based on the scent. Isn't that pathetic?
Well,
And slightly creepy.
To be fair, O'Brien's are usually way more rancid than most people's. But whatever.
Yeah. And yours have a weird, stale feces smell. Like, it just smells like you took a turd and held it in your palm out in the middle of us right now.
We have terrible
That's
anuses.
actually what I did.
Speaking of turds,
Not
really.
That's a terrible
Bad segue. We were talking a day or two ago, and we were kind of reminiscing about accessories and like some of the things that you bought. Like, you had the Sega Blaster or whatever the fuck that shit was called. And we were like, you know what? Let's save this because we've been gaming for so long. We remember buying all these, extension
All the
cords
weird
for our
shit,
controllers, and you don't have that now because everything's wireless.
I still do have a lot. I have a cadre of weird ass shit.
I got a duffel bag in there of shit
remember
that I will
that, yeah.
not throw away. It's old like Dreamcast controllers and memory cards and shit. But that was back when you had to
The fucking
buy
memory cards that you played games on.
Yeah,
VMUs.
Yeah. So like you had a game system, and you bought games, but there were all these peripherals that you used to have to buy to make the game work.
Yeah.
You could have a Dreamcast. You could have a Dreamcast game. That's great. You had to play it. You can't save shit. You got to have a memory card.
Well, and even just the memory, just all the weird. And back in the older days, it was weird. There's lots more peripherals. Now it's what really started us was there's more Move stuff.
Yeah,
Connect,
peripherals are being built in.
PlayStation
Yeah.
Move. Just stuff on the Xbox One, the PS4. Most
the Wii.
the Wii. Yeah, the Wii.
Wii's just
doesn't
kind of its own little beast,
Wii doesn't
yeah.
have as many yet, but they have a lot of stuff for their controllers.
The original Wii, though.
Yo, God, yes.
what I'm
So
saying.
much of that stuff was just
It was really the Wii.
so not to say stupid, but you really need a tennis racket extension to play tennis. And
Oh,
a
okay. So
baseball.
that shit was actually fucking stupid. Like really stupid.
Yes.
Like the idea behind the Wii. Like, and I know we've all got our opinions on the Wii. It did a good job of like kind of starting that like legitimate movement.
The movement.
Yeah, the movement.
Yeah.
But like this is the time that I worked at GameStop, and they put out a fucking, like you said, the tennis racket and baseball.
I remember that little
And they had a little
Wheel.
package.
The wheel
was
useful. The wheel was actually good.
The wheel was useful because like when you're driving, you actually it's hard. It's not hard to hold the controller like that, but it feels fucking awkward.
It feels awkward with the wheel,
At least
too.
it made sense.
It did
to
make
an extent.
sense.
It wasn't just we're going to use.
I want a fly
X.
swatter extension for...
Exactly. We're just going to grab a thing.
It was just a plastic
a big
fucking
plastic thing in
attachment.
different shapes, and you're going to stick it in there.
It was
and
like
it's
20
going
or
to do different
$25,
things.
and I'm like, and people they didn't sell a lot of them, which is good because I would tell people, why the fuck would you buy that?
But they... Well, it weights it, so if you...
No, fuck that.
Yeah.
If you were a GameStop employee at some point in your life and you said we should buy this tennis racket because it gives it better weight, makes it feel like no, fuck you, you're a scumbag. That is a fucking terrible thing.
Yeah.
You were buying it just to kind of get immersed in the idea that you're
Like,
doing
and
it.
maybe it was for like your kids. If it was for a kid and they saw it, and that's a little bit different. But if you're,
If you think of your Nintendo, you're like, you know what we should do? We should take this thing that somebody's swinging as hard as they can and extend it and make it longer. Like, you already have a broken fucking light in your house.
Well, I was playing tennis.
this is right when you first got the Wii too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
This
it
is
was.
like-
I was playing tennis, and we had, like, at that time, the wonderful world without, I mean, not wonderful, I love my children, but before you had children, I had a video game room, which
It's a different wonderful.
we almost need to, like, take pictures of that, because me and Andrew spent so much time,
that was a really fucking cool room.
yeah, I have, like, over a decade, I never throw anything away when it comes to stuff, so I had every Nintendo Power imaginable. We went out there and X-Acto knifed all these posters, and we made a wallpaper the entire room.
Literally 4
And
walls.
then I did a bunch of other random video game posters.
I really wish there
So-
was. Do we have pictures of that somewhere?
Oh, I have lots of them.
Okay, because we need to.
Oh, yeah.
We need to post that shit.
Your Connect,
Oh,
Connect,
yeah,
I had
yeah,
surround
yeah.
sound. You made connects, and we drilled them in
not
the
fucking
ceiling.
Xbox Connect.
No. See,
Connects.
so,
Yeah, like Lego
he
Connects.
had a game room, and like literally this. It was a pretty small room overall, but we literally put posters, and these posters were about 2 or 3 times as tall as they were wide. So they're tall
They were
rectangular.
trifolds, like
yeah.
the old
Yeah.
Playboys.
So we plastered the room with all these things, and then to make it game room, he had a surround sound system, and I'm like connects, like the building material, like Legos, and
Like
that kind of shit.
engineering
Yeah.
Legos, basically.
I assume most people know what connects are. I guess.
It's
What are
different,
they called?
sadly.
Lego something now. They're not called
Well, no,
Connects anymore.
Lego and Connects are the same company.
Bionicle.
I know, but they're
or,
called something else. They're not called Connects
I
anymore.
think I think they still got their own little
Like
offshoot as Connects.
Lego Physics or some shit
Oh,
like
if
that.
they fuck that up, then I'll fine fucking people.
We're old,
But-
sadly.
But no, like, so he had a surround sound, and they were like, we looked at stands one day. I know this is a complete offshoot of the fucking topic,
Well, it
but
doesn't matter.
Um,
It's kind of an accessory.
It was for us, man.
they had stands for the surround sound, and you had 4 speakers, and they were, I think, what, $50 a stand or 100? No, it was
Something
100. No, it was 100. It was
ridiculous.
like $50 a stand, so it was $200 for. I think they came in 2 stand pairs or something. So like, fuck it, I'll take care of it. So I made little hanging, movable, rotatable.
Connects
Hanger
Speaker
things, and they actually look good. They didn't look like shit. Like I just
No.
fucking put wires from the ceiling, and it worked. You put one screw straight into the fucking ceiling, and that's all you had to do through the
And
connection.
then
It
you
was-
just kind of slid the speaker in, and it rotated. You could turn it whichever
yeah,
way
they
you
actually
wanted.
had a gear on it to where you had a crank, and it would turn it up to 180 degrees. I think is what it would
Yeah.
turn. So
It was really cool, and the room was really cool because I had enough duplicates where we actually cut out parts of the duplicate ones, so I still had an original one around like the air
yeah.
conditioning grate,
Right.
the light switch, everything was plastered.
It was completely covered.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was neat.
But I had a ceiling fan in there, and I was playing fucking tennis game, and I got fucking pissed because I lost a point, and I served that bitch like Andy Roddick, and I just shattered the globe. I mean,
So you lost the game?
I don't remember. After that, I don't remember what
Ouch.
happened.
Ouch.
Because I like swung so hard. I'm already tall.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just shattered that damn thing. I
I can't believe you didn't cut the fuck out
I
of your
did
hand.
not. It scratched my TV a little bit, which pissed me off at the time. But
Don't you
other-
hate that when you do something out of rage or something and you fuck something else up
Oh,
when you do
yeah.
it?
See, I was never the guy who did something out of rage. Though, like
No.
people would like talk about throwing controllers. Fuck that.
Oh, I never threw
I didn't
a
throw
controller.
my controller. I used to take it, twist it in my hand. Oh, motherfucker.
I never did that.
Yeah.
I was just trying. I didn't even think about that. I wasn't doing it like I'm gonna hurt my thing. I was just like, I'm gonna really serve this bitch. I'm gonna get this fucking wee person.
Because swinging your entire arm made it go faster, you know?
Well, if it were really tennis, by God, if I'd had the racket extension,
Then
it
you
would
would've-
have made sense. I would have had more leverage.
If you had the racket extension, your hand would have been in your attic.
Yeah, I'd have fucking tore off the fucking fan.
But anyway, so back to the main topic. We kind of got off topic there, but we were kind of talking about, you know, in the old times you would, like N64 is a perfect example. You had to buy rumble packs, and you had to buy extensions for the cords because the cords were never long.
they had,
Even
like-
that's a small. I understand, like in the grand scheme of accessories, and once again, we're talking about if everybody's 18 to 22. I mean, we're taking as an average. They don't remember the heyday of accessories.
No.
Your 80s and your early 90s, there were so many goofy ass things.
They had
A
like the
rumble
fucking
pack and a
impact
memory
vest
thing.
and shit.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
like the Super Scope.
Super scope.
Super
yeah.
Super
Scope, like,
Nintendo.
and that was one thing that I always wanted to play. Like, I don't think I ever played
Two
Super
games
Scope.
used it.
But the thing
Oh,
is,
there were
like,
two
and
good games.
I will
baby.
say, like I don't know why. I'm usually bad at remembering like specific instances of these kind of things, but like the commercial for Super Scope was this kid and he had the fucking bazooka on his shoulder
Jump
and he would
behind his
fucking
couch
jump behind his
and shit,
couch
yeah.
and shit,
Yeah.
and you're just like,
I want
it was
that.
a really fucking cool
That's
thing.
like a Nerf commercial.
Yeah, and it was really neat. I don't know if that games are any good or not. I mean,
They are.
Or
They
they-
are. And by the way, Rand, you said Nerf. I have to ask this real quick, completely off topic. Those commercials, is it just me or they use like kids that are like 2 to 3 years too old to
Oh,
have
yeah.
Nerf guns? And I'm guessing they're trying to make younger kids think it looks cool. Like, oh, the zombie hunt ones. Those kids are like fucking 16.
and the Nerf gun wars you'd have with your friends were never as fun as they made them look out to be, because what would happen is you'd run out of ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
You gotta go chase the
like,
ammo around.
All right, look, time out, guys. I gotta get my
Gotta
ammo,
refill.
and then you'd inevitably break one of the tips on the fucking Nerf when your arrows.
Yeah.
and then like you couldn't use them anymore because they're air propelled. The air would just go,
Yeah.
and then
Or you like one of the wings would fall off your arrow and
It
you
was
shoot it and go
fucking-
and there's like shoot at the ground. You're like, God damn it, you gotta aim.
Then
up.
everybody just starts throwing them at each other.
Yeah,
and it
I remember
becomes
having like
Nerf bullet
I had this
train.
big ass Nerf gun that had the fucking the Gatling gun, and it had
Uh-huh.
like the big fucking like circle
Yeah.
clip, and you would fucking crank it.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was like, it was cool, but like it was cooler on
Theory,
paper, yeah.
yeah.
Because like you're sitting, I'm like 7 or 8 or whatever. It was like this gigantic
Like,
fucking
tick,
ass,
tick, 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 tick.
and it literally is like crank, and it just. You'd like it'd miss like every third arrow too, and you're just like
Yeah.
fuck, and you had to get in there perfectly, and you have to open this goddamn thing, and you're just like, you're like it was the
You got
it was
like
the
fucking
coolest.
bandolier across
Yeah,
your
yeah.
chest. and
I
Nerf
just saw
arrows.
the Nerf commercial and I was
I
thinking,
felt
these
like
kids are
fucking-
fucking old. These kids are applying for college. They don't
To be
need Nerf.
fair, I would buy like Nerf guns.
Oh damn,
I would still buy. I
they
can't
were
wait
cool.
for my son to grow up till he's old enough to shoot me with a Nerf gun. I can't wait for that.
They were cool. It's just like they're always cooler. Like they always you thought they were cooler than they were.
Yeah,
Agreed.
like you know when you get hit in the head with a dart and you're like, motherfucker, stop
Hopefully it's
that
not like
shit.
a real dart.
Yeah, but I would be like, awesome. Where's my gun? You know, I can chase around and shoot him.
Don't
again.
hit me in the face.
Anyway, we're staying on topic with this one.
No, not
This
at
is
all.
bad. This
Yeah.
is bad.
We need to fucking pull the reins here. Reel it in. Yeah. So, speaking of reel it in,
Yeah, and that's
Sega Bass
Oh,
Fishing.
that actually is a good segue.
That
we
is
didn't
a good
suck
segue.
balls at one this time.
I know you didn't mean to.
kind of.
No.
Yeah. No.
No, I was like,
So you were talking about breaking shit. Is that the segue?
Yeah.
Breaking
shit,
my fucking
I
controller.
don't know, he just talked about breaking your globe.
Yeah, but at least it was mine.
I don't hear it.
You
all
broke
all
it.
your stories are invalid because you choked me with a Twizzler.
When a Twizzler. It was a super rope.
It's the same thing. It's a
And
big
you
Twizzler.
said it was okay.
So, we're gonna go off topic again.
fuck it. Let's
I
do
don't
it.
know if we've actually told this story.
No.
So anyway, I used
I
to
don't
work
even
at,
know that I know this.
I used to work at Putt Putt when I was like 16, 17, something like
Yeah.
that. I know I was 16 because I used to drive the old Cougar there. Anyway, so I worked there, and you know we used to get the candy and shit. I'd be like, "Oh, you won 1,000 tickets." And
Yeah, I
then
think I won that because I went there and it was me and Jim and we just gave us a bunch of free tokens.
Yeah. So we got all this candy because we were gonna hang out and play video games all weekend.
So of course you need candy.
Yeah, you need candy and an entire pyramid of Pepsi cans.
Possibly.
So we get back to his house and we're playing a game, and for no reason at all. Yeah, I don't even remember what it was. You're like, I just want to fucking choke you with this, and I was like, all right. And I'm thinking he's just gonna fucking just joke around, choking you. This motherfucker
Rottweiler.
I went
wraps it around his hand three times.
It was like Manhunt.
And he fucking wraps it around my throat, and it was in the plastic container, not the container, but the
wrap,
little bag
yeah,
wrapper,
yeah.
And so it wasn't giving, because if it was just the rope, it would have snapped, right?
Yeah.
But the plastic,
So essentially choking you with
Wrapped
a
around it.
plastic.
yeah,
Yeah.
he had like a fucking zip tie around my neck.
And it went on longer than probably necessary.
And, I mean, it wasn't like 30 seconds, but I was like, okay, he's putting his muscle into it. He's going to give up and be like, okay, I got it out of my system. He just kept going. And I was like hitting him. I was like, I can't fucking breathe, you
You
know?
fucking had to tap out.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry.
I was like, you fucking cock. So now, anytime he's like, you broke my control. You fucking choked me. Shut up.
Part of the,
I paid my
slightly
dues
fair.
for that fucking Sega controller.
Yeah. You also brought the little,
You
little-
tripped going up the stairs with my PlayStation 2.
I didn't hurt your
scratch
PlayStation
across
2
it.
though.
Hey, you could have.
I could have.
You could have.
That's true, I guess.
Anyway.
That's accidental though.
It was. Well, so was mine. It wasn't like, ugh, I hate fishing.
You have bad luck with peripherals. No, but like it had. Anyways, there was a fishing controller for Sega Bass Fishing on Dreamcast, and it was like
The best thing
Actually,
ever.
that was a
you
fucking
could
cool
not
controller.
play that game.
No,
Like,
it would have been awful.
Once again, me and my wife played that game all the time. We loved that fucking thing.
If you talk about your wife one more time, I swear to
Sorry.
God, I'm a killer.
Oh my god.
Just kidding, Jade. I love you.
Sorry.
She did post a comment on the video.
Yeah,
Didn't she?
somebody commented on fucking Twitter, whatever it's
Yeah.
tweeting my Twitterist.
She played with your Twitterist?
Yeah, she blew up the Twitterist.
Yeah?
She actually commented on the YouTube channel too.
Oh, did she?
That's what I was saying. Somebody
Oh.
commented about that on.
Oh, okay.
What'd she
Twitter.
say? Just I'm curious now.
It's like O'Brien 10 out of 10 would bang or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Very nice.
Very
I like.
nice.
I
There
like
actually is
that.
proof of that though.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's happened
we know
twice.
it's at least happened twice.
At least twice.
Yeah.
I've been told.
Yeah.
At least. That controller right there made the game. That is an example of a peripheral that legitimately needed to be made.
Absolutely.
And without it, the game, I don't want to say it was unplayable,
I wouldn't have played it.
but it was
Well, no, like
really not.
It wasn't fun. Yeah.
We're not fishing people at all. And the
No.
people who play who despise fucking fishing because I just not that I hate it, I just don't get it. I don't get the allure to it.
It's a herp derp.
allure.
Yeah, you're fucking full of them
fucking
today.
hell.
that,
Fun
was,
right
that was
here.
good. But like, I would have no interest in playing a fishing game. But if you give me a fucking peripheral that I can, reel shit in, I have a little bit of interest at that point.
Well,
Yeah.
it was fun. Like the way the controller was made, you actually had to set the hook.
You had to yank it,
Had,
yeah.
it had a motion sensor in there, so there's some things that were kind of fun. And just to try to keep talking about peripherals and going back, kind of where it started a little bit.
I didn't know where you're going with this.
The
actually.
Nintendo had so many. A lot of people remember the trackpad.
The trackpad. That's
which,
what I
by the
was-
way, did not come out in the original Nintendo.
No.
Everybody thinks it did. It did come out with a Nintendo, but a couple years later, they did the Mario, the Duck Hunt, and the track and field, which that thing was awesome.
Oh yeah.
It was cheesy in a way, and it didn't always work right.
But
And you could never win. You could never beat those guys. Cheetah, one of the guys in the track and field, you
Yeah.
could never beat him without cheating.
Yeah.
You had to put a controller in that had turbo.
Right.
Like an NEX Max or Advantage. It was other stupid shit you bought, and you put it on turbo, so basically it's like hitting A and B consistently. The only way you can beat the motherfucker.
Really?
I don't care if it's fucking Carl Lewis out there. He wasn't going to beat that guy.
Huh.
What about Carl Sagan?
He just talked about the stars.
The one that everybody remembers from Nintendo is the Power Glove.
Which I have.
Which was also kind of stupid.
Yes and no. If you got there's a part of it you never ever use, but there's a little thing. It's like a plastic center and two big wands come out, and it was motion sensor, like usually like for punch out. Mm-hmm. That wasn't half bad. Or Rad Racer, it worked really good with Rad Racer.
But it was never necessary.
No, because once again, if you could see me, I'm like one hand on a steering wheel. It's like you're driving. That's fun for the first half hour to an hour. Right. After that, my arm's tired.
I'm done.
Yeah.
When I'm actually driving, I'm holding on to something.
But all the macros and things you can do on the actual glove itself was really cool, and you felt like a badass.
It was a really cool idea for a peripheral.
You felt like a badass, and then also felt like the biggest nerd ever.
I was like fucking 6. Yeah, I'm just like, this glove's amazing.
Did you have Rob?
Yeah.
Did you? I didn't have Rob.
Not that many good games for him, really.
Was it Gyroscope or something? You used Rob, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But once again, people don't know it's Rob with 2 B's.
Yeah.
I can't remember the acronym.
Black Rob.
Yeah, like Black Rob. Like, whoa. He put pieces on a gyroscope like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like, it's like robot something, buddy. I can't remember what the acronym stand for. I know robot.
Yeah.
But I mean, he had a lot of games. Some of it was learning based, bear in mind. It was more of an educational thing. But it was literally a little 2-foot tall robot.
Yeah.
And in the middle of him, it was actuated so that he could move and do things. He talked, shit like that. But you had this like stand, like you ever see those little old kids' toys that had like just a big, like a stick on a base, and they had like donut rings that go around in different colors.
Yeah.
He had one just like that he would go over there and use his little claws and retrieve it, and you'd stack and do different things. It was a cool gimmick. It was probably, in all honesty, possibly the most unique peripheral.
Really bad Smash character, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, they did put him in Smash, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, why not? I think he's more important, but I think he's more interesting than like Game & Watch or something.
Yeah.
But,
I will say, like, the older peripherals, like, and I think this is kind of where we're going to talk about some of the newer motion-sensitive stuff, but the older peripherals are going to be more... They seem like they were able to take more risks, because it was more the infancy of gaming.
Sure.
So they're just like, it was almost like this gaming fantasy. It's like, I don't think they could put out a Power Glove today and people like sell it to, like, not professional gamers, but, you know, like, hardcore gamers. Like, here, buy a Power Glove today. Because it's almost, like, too kiddie and too cheesy. But back in the day, it wasn't cheesy because, like, gaming was kind of
you've never
this
seen it before.
Yeah, and it was this magical, majestical thing that you're just like, fucking gaming, how does this even get on my TV? And you're just
fucking
like...
magnets.
Fucking
magnets, how they work, dude.
I will say, like, one of my favorite personal peripheral for the old Nintendo was the, it was the joystick with the turbo on. I forget what it was.
The arcade pad.
Yeah, actually the joystick was fucking amazing.
It was good.
And the turbo, being able to turn the turbo off on A and B. And it was really good. And
the buttons were very tactile. They felt really good.
And the controller wasn't this cheap plastic. It had weight to it, and it was like almost
cool.
It was fucking metal. And you're just like, yeah,
that was so metal.
That was so metal.
Well, it was like there's obviously the Advantage is good. There's the NES Max, which had 4 buttons. I was probably my favorite of the like that. Well, the Quick Shot was kind of neat because you ever see the Quick Shot at my house? It's like the one that has 2 buttons at the top and this big gigantic circular thing, and you almost do 1 or 2, but you can actually play it one-handed.
Right.
My brother brought it back when he was in Japan whenever I was a kid, and he brought it back, and it was something we didn't carry here, so I thought it was kind of cool. But there's some really cool controllers that you have that you just don't see that much anymore. You know, anymore just here's your fucking controller, and here's one with a different skin.
The reason that you don't see that anymore is because those were all first-party things.
Oh, sure.
And
we rarely see first-party accessories now.
We've always talked about how Nintendo... They do great first-party stuff, including their accessories.
Yeah. But back in like Sega or TurboGrafx-16 or Neo Geo, they did first-party accessories. It really died in the later part of the 90s. Which confuses me because, once again, we talked at the very beginning about the shitty piece of plastic that we did. Do you know what the fucking markup must have been on something? I agree, most of those weren't Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, Nintendo made... I can't imagine the fucking power pad. All it was little actuator sensors and a big fucking nylon mat.
Right.
It must have cost you, 25 cents to make, and you sell it for $30, $20 even back then probably.
Yeah.
You're making 1,000% markup. Except anybody like Monster cables. They're a good cable. Don't get me wrong.
They're not.
But I don't want to
they're
pay
not
$60
cable.
for a $4 cable, and
They're
that's
not a
what
good
it
cable.
is.
I can go to Amazon and get the exact same cable for 10% of the price.
But it's still a good quality cable. The price,
The quality
is ridiculous.
itself, it's a fine quality.
That's
it's
what
the
I'm
same quality as
saying.
anything else.
Yeah, that's the problem.
As long as you get certified and the ohms are the same and all that kind of shit in your cables, you're literally all you're getting is a slightly better made cable that's not required to be slightly better made.
PSA,
No,
don't
I
buy a
agree.
$50 cable.
No,
PSA, don't go to Best Buy and buy a fucking cable. You're
No.
going to get a $60 HDMI cable you can get online for $15.
And I understand. I agree
Yeah.
with that. I was just saying that, for what they're doing for a cable or whatever it may be, or a controller, you're marking that, dude. That's profit,
Yeah.
baby. And that's what confuses me. Sometimes they don't make a lot of peripherals when it's a very profitable thing to do.
Well, the thing is that a lot of these third company parties, like Nyko was a big one. They came out with all those controllers
Mad
and shit.
Cat.
and,
Mad
like,
Cat. I was gonna say
Cat's
Hey,
Mad
Fear
nothing.
Factory was sponsored by Mad Cats.
Yeah. So
Mad Cats was a pile of shit.
So all of them were.
That's
That's the problem. All of these, they came out with, you can do turbo.
I mean, the fan controllers, I had all those.
Yeah, the
for like
fucking
PlayStation 2, those Nyko ones, the red one. Everyone
actually,
had.
fan
I-
went out in 4 months.
The one, and I think this is kind of like, and I didn't know this until after the fact that I bought one, but apparently this is one of the big fanboy like third party peripherals. Was the PlayStation 2 Logitech wireless controller?
Really?
That thing, I had one. Best. I used to work at GameStop and I got like a discount on it. I had to pay like $25 for it, maybe even less. Best money I spent on my PlayStation 2. That thing was it was like having an Xbox 360 controller before an Xbox 360 controller.
I've always been a very big Logitech fan, but recently they're kind of shitty. I bought the G710 Plus, the keyboard, the keyboard.
You said
The G buttons are useless. Nobody sets up macros on those, and my keys broke within 6 months, less, 3 or 4 months.
Just need to get Razer.
No, fuck that. Overpriced garbage is what that is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Goobkill will
And you'll be
unsubscribe.
angry.
That's all right. I don't care.
I don't
He
think
knows
those
how I
garbage.
feel.
Actually, like Razer.
I like Razer products.
I'm
They're
not once
just
again not arguing the
they're
overpriced
too
point.
expensive.
And I completely agree
It's
with
like
that.
liking Alienware or whatever. It's
Yeah,
just
They
I'm
still make
sure
a
they
good
make a great
computer.
computer. They're just too fucking pricey for the quality that you get.
Yeah, agreed.
But backing out of the PC space, back into the consoles and stuff, the issue that I have with accessories and stuff like that now is that these accessories are now required, especially with the Wii.
Yeah, the Wii's one where there's like the Wii Fit and was it one like the skateboard one or all these weird
The
games.
Wii Fit.
The Move and Connect and the newer versions on the Xbox One and PS4. That's kind of where peripherals have gone, and we're skipping a lot of good peripherals that I actually like.
I mean, yeah, we can go
I
back and
don't-
talk about them.
I'm just saying, like, the whole movement thing, me personally, I just don't give a fuck.
I like the Kinect. I thought it was very well done. It
Yeah.
worked. It worked flawlessly. It sensed both people. There's a lot of cool things you
The
can do
Connect
with
is
it.
way better than the Move.
But they only scratch the surface with what's possible. All these third-party people are taking the Kinect and writing software for it that will do all this cool shit that Microsoft could be doing, but they're choosing not to. They're choosing to release what is basically considered as a pile of shit because, one, there's not enough games that actually make it worth using.
True.
Two, if I'm playing Skyrim with the Kinect, I don't want to actually have to scream Fus Roda across my fucking living room.
Well, it's the
My
same
wife
with
would
the-
look at me like I'm retarded.
The PlayStation 4
does that anyway,
does
to
the
be fair.
same
Yeah.
thing with like when it was NBA, where it's like if you say a cuss word, it does that. Or they were.
That's kind of funny though.
What was the game on PlayStation 3 where you rode dragons? It was like a fighting game. But there were certain things you had to do, and it was the movement sensor and
I
the
know
controller,
exa-
and
the
you had to say
six-axis.
something controller. It was a 6-axis when it first came out. It was their big deal, their movement. I don't want to have to do a barrel roll with my fucking hands every time I
Right.
want to do a move. Just let me hit R
Right.
or up an X or whatever. I don't need to do all that other.
Don't force it.
I don't need the ancillary bullshit. And that's the thing we were discussing when we first talked about this with the Wii. Talk about Link. You know, when I played Twilight Princess, I got it when it came out. I think Butson actually got it from like my birthday.
No, I got it
or
for you.
Or you got it for
I did
me.
get it for you.
I'm sorry, you got it. He got me something else.
Herpes.
I might have already had that.
Okay,
In
well,
fairness.
I tried.
Fair trade then.
So I went home and I played it. You know, I was a big Link guy, and playing it, it's like, okay, it's cool. First couple hours, hey, I'm slashing my sword. That's about 3. I'm like, this is fucking terrible.
I'm done. Yeah.
I eventually went to a classic controller because how many times do you really want to move your forearm all the time? And after a while, you learn how to do it with the absolute minimum movement possible.
The most efficient way to do it, yeah.
And it became a gimmick.
I got 2 strikes on Wii Bowling to bowling a 300, and I did it all without moving my arm. Just flicking. You don't have to. That's the problem with those. There's always a workaround. That's why the Kinect, kind of changed that a little bit.
They probably worked better for that's why the Wii's a casual gamer space. As power gamers, I want it to be an exact science. I don't want a wiggle room, and it really isn't.
No, and it never will be.
And I'm all for having these kind of extra peripherals like
as an option.
As an option. Don't make me play the next any game where I have to. It's based on the movement of the Kinect or whatever. If you want to give me an optional mode where I can do, like say the Fusro Daf, I want to immerse myself in that way if I want to RP or whatever. I mean,
like, literally, who honestly wants to go Fusro Da across their fucking living room?
It's, what it is,
you're gonna do it 3 times, and you're gonna be like, "That's fucking stupid."
It's the novelty factor of it.
Eventually, you're gonna be like Fusro Da.
Yeah, you're gonna do it. Yeah,
you're gonna do the little.
What it is if you're forcing something like that, if you're giving it to me as an option, great, because there's somebody out there who's gonna go, fuck yeah, I'm a Fusro Da every goddamn time.
Maybe it's moving the technology around.
But like this is the shit that like my mom finds fascinating. Like whenever I set up a new phone for her and show her how to voice dial somebody, she's like, "Oh my god, this phone can voice dial." I was like, yeah, that was a big deal 5 years ago, and now it's actually like good. So
for the rest of her life, she'll be like, "Okay, Google."
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is like the people you're catering to, like using the voice activation is just a complete example. You're catering to hardcore gamers because you're putting it on things like Skyrim, but the only people who will be fascinated by it are like
people that aren't hardcore gamers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't already have experience with it.
But if you want to give me the option, great.
Well, it's kind of like the bowling thing. If I really wanted to fucking do all that stuff, what I'd do? I'd go bowling. It's not like basketball. Or those games are like, oh, we're going to make you do this or this or this. I'm like, if I really wanted to do all that, what I'd do? I'd go play basketball. Actually go out and play a sport.
I will say, like, the fitness stuff, I have no problem with. And I haven't done it myself.
Thing. It is like
the yoga and shit.
A person I know, possibly I live with.
Possibly you're married to her?
Possibly. She got really into the Wii Fit, and she really liked it.
I got into the Wii Fit.
Or she does Let's Dance, their workout mode. Because we used to do Dance Revolution, another great peripheral. Those dance mats are badass, but do not buy the shitty ones. We've had like 2 or 3 of them go bad. I think they may all be Nikos. But it's fucking, within 3 months, they're gone.
My wife and I would play Wii Fit together, and we would compete, and that's fun. But eventually you're like, day 45. I've lost no pounds, and my balance has gotten marginally better. This is not helping me. This is just a video game. You're faking exercise.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I'm sure if you were like morbidly obese, it would actually accomplish something. Because otherwise, you'd be just
if you were morbidly obese, you're fucking.
Or if you were somebody to like really alter your lifestyle and if you went into it like literally, it's like this is the way I'm going to get fit. I'm going to use Wii Fit or whatever the new equivalent of.
Like Jillian Michaels.
If I'm going to alter my lifestyle, I'm going to go to a gym.
Yes, but some people,
well, that's drastic though.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess the more options in that respect for people, I'm fine with. But it's I'm all for the options. Just like I said, don't force it.
I'll put it this way: I'm all for getting kids moving because kids don't go out and play like they did when I was a kid.
Shit.
I'm all for getting kids moving around and playing video games that way. But you can't. You like the Xbox One, the Wii is always on, or the fucking Kinect is always on. So people were making like troll. Like Call of Duty names and stuff, and the guy's name would be like Xbox off or something like that, which is the command to talk to your Xbox and turn it off. So he'd go in and he'd troll these people and he'd trap them in corners and he'd be like, dude, move! Dude, move! And everybody's like, who are you fucking talking to? And he's like, Xbox off! And then the menu would come up and be like, are you sure? And he'd be like, no! So, I mean, like, why have it always on? Give me an option to turn that shit off. I don't want that always on,
That's pretty smart.
So, I mean, there's no reason to force it. I think is the point.
That's with any peripheral, I think.
Peripherals are peripherals for a reason. They're optional.
Yeah, they're very tertiary. If you need them, cool. If not, cool. And there's been a lot of really, really good ones. I mean, like things like multitask. Those things were awesome back in the day and really needed. I mean, the first time you could play with 4 people was amazing.
And if you handed me your N64 controller and didn't have a rumble pack, I'd be like, the fuck is this shit?
I know.
Yeah.
Or honestly, a Sega Dreamcast one.
Yeah.
Where's
my memory card?
Not for all, but like Crazy Taxi, you had to have a rumble pack with.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, question is, would you
Crazy Taxi.
would you like to see Peripherals make a comeback, and if so, how? Because
Absolutely, I would. But
they're doing the Oculus Rift shit, even though Facebook just bought Oculus Rift.
That's
I just
really
don't care
awkward
about that. I know people mention that on Twitter to us, like, oh, what do you think about this controller? It's like, honestly, if I have to actually do all the activities, I just would do the activities.
See, I'm
more of a controller in my hand guy, which is why I was probably skeptical of the Wii at first.
I'm all for doing that stuff. I need game developers or accessory developers or whatever are going to have to find a way to keep me intrigued. Because I'm only intrigued for the first 15 hours I do it, and then I'm like,
the Oculus, using the Oculus Rift as an example, it's like, okay, great.
The name is terrible, FYI.
Yeah.
That's a bad name. Just because it's really long.
Yeah, but let's say that I get an Oculus Rift and they make a good game for, that it uses that. You're going to have to continue to integrate games with that. If you give me 1 or 2 good games, I'm going to be pissed that I bought an Oculus Rift and it's not doing anything. I mean, like you said, you have to get it past that novelty point where I'm like, fuck yeah, for the first 10 hours, I'm running around Call of Duty or whatever game and shooting people in the fucking face and actually knifing people or whatever. But does it become your Wii Bowling where you're just like, okay, I've kind of figured out the nuances, and it doesn't become me running around, but it comes, I'm actually like trying to trick the system somehow with a...
I don't see, the thing with that is I don't think you can trick the system because it is a virtual reality. So when you move your head, you're moving your head in game,
what I'm saying,
that kind of shit. So
and if they do, then that might be something that...
And I honestly, I'm extremely intrigued to try it.
Yeah.
The problem is it going to be like 3D, where nobody's going to fucking buy into it, and it's just going to fall apart, and then I'm going to have this $150 piece of equipment sitting there that's not going to fucking do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm going to spend $150 on a controller, it's going to be the controller for whatever mech game that was for Xbox.
Oh, God.
Xbox.
If I'm going to
230 buttons. I need buttons just for my windshield wipers in game.
If I'm going to spend money on something that's going to put me in a virtual world, you better
Steel
allow...
Battalion?
I think it was.
You're gonna have to allow me to watch porn in it or something. Give me like an option, seriously, make movies. Honestly, think about that. IMAX is cool, 3D is cool, whatever. But think about being in a movie where you're watching it from the perspective of a bystander on the sidewalk, and you get to like turn your head and look
Give me
around.
different camera angles that way. That'd be kind of cool.
Give me things that I can actually use it for. That I'm not going to be like, this is fucking stupid.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
My thing is about it. It's cool. It's immersive in that respect. But the next step would be to actually put you in a game. If you're a fat neckbeard, you're going to be running 10 miles in Call of Duty. No, you're going to get... It's unrealistic
but I will say
respect.
that maybe that is the way to get people to not be fat neckbeards.
But then...
I'm not saying don't force it.
But they're not going to then buy your product. You're not going to then make money. Then you're not going to exist.
But I will say I would like to see them at least try, though.
I get it. I just think it's kind of it's sort of my opinion on the Wii when it first came out. And to an extent later on, I want a controller.
Yeah.
I want a regular controller.
Don't give me a stick that I have to turn sideways.
No, I want a regular controller.
Right.
Some buttons. It fits in my hand. I sit on my legs, like Japanese style. I play my games. I do the same thing I've done since I was a kid.
Right.
That's what I'm doing this for, is that experience.
Right.
I don't want anything else unless I choose it. Which is
I
why I'm always
completely
about that right there. I'm just being more of a realist with, I think, those things. They're great in ideas.
Honestly, Oculus Rift should develop its own system, its own gaming system. They would be able to control who would release games on the Oculus Rift. And I don't know, they're obviously they're not a big enough company to do it, but Facebook just bought them. It's a space that they could choose to get into.
They'd probably just make it shitty.
Oh yeah, make it terribly shitty. Be like, oh,
Facebook
you're playing your game. Here's an update. While you're waiting, here's an update from your profile. You know.
Yeah, we're gonna give you
here's this chick's
your top
slutty
feed of 6 people you haven't seen in 20 years, but they're somehow on your feed.
Here's this chick's slutty nurse outfit for Halloween. Oh, and here's your friend's political views.
Oh,
I'll take the first. The second one I really don't have any use for.
Yeah, if you do that on Facebook, kill yourself.
Here's a chick's slutty nurse outfit, and underneath it, she's commented about her political views.
Yeah. Ooh. Or religious views.
Or religious, or anything that you're trying to convince me I should be.
Yeah. Just put your kids' pictures, your pictures. This is what I ate, and I went on vacation. That's all I care about. Get any deeper than that, I don't care.
No.
Don't vague book either. Vague booking is like the fucking worst. Vague book. Like whenever you're like, oh god, today was
So and so is feeling irritated.
Yeah, or yeah, it's like I'm feeling irritated. It's like, oh,
today was so
what's
bad.
wrong, Jimmy?
Yeah, exactly.
This
This is the worst. I just had a horrible day today. Oh, what happened? I don't want to talk about it.
Yes, exactly.
You just fucking talked about it.
Or
you
you
slow.
don't even
a
wait.
woman, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Or you
almost
don't even
always.
wait for somebody to ask you. It's like, my day was so bad, but I don't want to talk to anyone about it.
Then why are you telling me?
Exactly.
Why are you fucking telling me?
Because you're searching.
That's like, yeah. That's like me
putting
coming
like
up to you and
extremely
go,
bad news on there real quick. It's like you're looking.
yeah,
It feels like you're looking for
sympathy. You're fishing for it. It's like me coming up and going, hey, I got a secret. I can't tell you, but I got a secret.
Honestly, that shit. Like anytime anybody tells you anything, like I got something I want to tell you.
Hey,
but I can't
O'Brien needs to tell you something. I can't tell you what it is, but he needs to talk to you later. It's like, what is it, motherfucker? Just tell me.
because
I
like
want to have
if
sex with him.
Well, I mean,
I already knew that.
I want to be
yeah,
inside you.
that's not a secret.
I want to
Yes.
love your insides.
This
his
is a
tongue.
new news. Yeah,
Hey, whatever it
he
takes.
has. But.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know.
Peripherals is kind of it's an odd topic, and
It's kind of a dead medium.
As
I mean,
far
it's a
as,
dead
like,
space in.
Trackpads as like really weird controllers, a Rob, a Rumble Pack. A
You're
lot
not
of
going to
things.
see an accessory for like one group of games.
No, you're really just gonna see like the Wii kind of shit, which is cheesy. Or obviously, you'll always have different kinds of controllers or special, just like you actually saved it when you worked at GameStop. It was that 25th anniversary
Street Fighter controller,
which I bought.
Yeah.
and it's, by the way, just a quality piece of machinery. Weighs like 10 pounds. That fucking thing ain't going anywhere, and it looks badass artistically. And that's more of a collector's item than a
It's
real.
not really a peripheral. That's just a controller.
It is, but a weird controller is a peripheral in my book.
If it does the same thing as a normal controller, I don't count it. It's like I
In a
own
way,
a-
technically, a controller is a peripheral of the system.
I understand that, but like I own a PS2 controller that's a Dallas Cowboys controller, and I bought it for when I played Madden.
And granted, I think that's a small line. It's more of a, but it's still going to be in the peripheral section. It's still a peripheral. I'm just saying, like the one I used to buy with the fan and the controller. That's a total peripheral. They're making just the money to capitalize on whatever.
Right.
They're feeling what they feel is a niche, and it was really cool until they stopped fucking working. I think
Yeah.
they were Xbox ones, and
Those,
I think
yeah, they were comfortable.
Yeah,
to
they
hold,
were.
and
they had great
actually
grip.
worked.
And when it worked, man,
they kept
really,
your hands not sweaty. And
yeah, but
actually really underrated. I forgot about those.
I had one that stayed working like the whole time. I think I went through like 3 or 4 different brands, Mad Catz, Nyko, that all just shat the bed.
Yeah, and that's because nobody makes first person accessories.
I would
anymore.
buy an air circulated controller again.
Fuck
by
yeah, I
the way.
would.
Just want to put that shit out there. I'd do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Buy it. I'll buy it. You got three fucking sales right here.
Right here, done. That's
Yeah.
enough to start production.
That's like
obviously.
$90 worth of sales you got.
Nowadays, it's probably like 180.
Yeah, 100. Yeah,
Oh,
150,
jeez.
160. Yeah.
Controllers are like 40, 50, 60 bucks sometimes now.
Yeah, I looked at because I'm still using a 360 controller to play the PC games with
yeah,
controller.
yeah, of course.
That's such a good
It's an
controller.
amazing
And
controller.
I was like, man, maybe I should upgrade to an Xbox One or a PS4 controller. I looked and they're like, yeah, for $70. I was like, fuck you. God damn.
You mentioned wireless controllers earlier. Do you remember the original wireless controller on Nintendo?
Yes, it was a pile of garbage.
I hate wireless.
You really had to be like at you had to like keep it directly pointed
Because it was
Infrared.
Infrared, yeah.
It was.
like a fucking remote for the TV.
Yeah,
It was
I remember-
awful. I
But-
hate wireless.
And the controller itself was just kind of like it felt clunky.
It was
too.
very well. It wasn't Nintendo made, if I remember correctly. But
Instantly, if I buy a product and it does not have a rechargeable battery that I can plug into the wall, I instantly hate it. I hate flashlights. I hate little fucking things that require me to buy batteries. I can't fucking stand them. I hate nearly every wireless device I've ever owned. I can't stand
unless
TV
it's a
remotes.
rechargeable.
Yeah, unless it's rechargeable, like a cell phone. I can plug it into the wall. Or
I don't want to change a fucking battery.
my camera.
No,
it's
no,
got a
yeah,
lithium
it's-
ion in it. I'll plug it in to charge it.
Yeah.
Don't fucking give me a goddamn battery. I can't
It's like what is
stand
this
that
like
shit.
1995 with all these fucking batteries? Just give me. I agree. Give me rechargeable.
And then I got to go buy a fucking rechargeable kit, plug it into the wall, and buy
Which is
rechargeable
also
batteries,
annoying, too.
which are also shit batteries
Always.
they never hold their charge. I just the whole wireless thing's got to stop. Everybody's like, I got my Astro A50s. I don't fucking care. Give me the A40s. They have a wire on them. They're cheaper. I don't want wireless. I want
There
fucking...
are certain things I want wireless for, and like
wireless controllers I like in the
Yes.
sense of like PlayStation 3, Xbox 360.
But they're rechargeable.
Exactly, and they're awesome.
Yeah.
I just think the Xbox 360 is such a great controller.
Actually, yeah, you have to buy the battery packs for them.
I did, but I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, see, that's one of those accessories that I bought because I wanted it.
That's
not because I needed it.
good peripheral because that had to make them a lot of money.
And the quick charge.
And first party too.
Remember the quick charge?
Mm-hmm.
I still have that. Yeah, me too.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, there's peripherals that I think need to be made, and then there's peripherals that you make because why not? Because I can do that.
If it costs you no money and somebody might like it, why not? I just feel like sometimes you just leave it out. You know, go for it.
Whatever. Blow! It's time for the lightning round. Whoa! Holy shit!
I don't even know what my sound was.
With all those tornadoes in the south, I figured, some serious storms.
18 dead from the lightning round.
I think it's 28 now.
28 dead from the lightning round.
Oh, yeah, girl. It's time for the lightning round.
All right. Welcome to the lightning round, the game show that we attempt to play every time. We usually do. Most times.
At this
More than
point,
not.
I think it's just we're playing it
Yeah,
all
we're
the time.
just-
Every
we're
time.
go. Yeah.
Until we don't play it, and then...
And we'll tell you we don't play it. But okay,
Yeah.
by the way, we're not playing game this time.
Just
I won
fucking
last
accept
time.
Fuck yourself.
You fucking bitches.
Oh, well then. At least you're humble in victory. You should jump on the desk.
What'd you say?
You said you jump on the
Oh,
desk.
yeah.
Wish there was a couch in here. I'd jump on that shit.
There's a bed.
So we're going to start with Guess That Game, Jackass. And I'm going to start first. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Are
Born
you ready? Okay. First clue. This is a series of games that's built around espionage.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. I will say it does not have Tom Cruise in it.
Damn it! I'm
Not watching it.
I ain't give a fuck
Not
now.
playing it.
Yeah, you're talking to two Tom Cruise fanboys over here.
Yeah.
Fanboy's a little rough, but I love every movie he's in.
I don't personally. He's fucking
Not
nuts.
a fan of him. I'm a fan of his movies.
I can't name him
and
what
his
I don't like.
And
with
his
him in
acting
it.
isn't like the greatest in the world, but like every movie he's in, he gets the role that he needs to get, and it's just
Yeah.
a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
Last Samurai, really underrated.
Oh my god, that's such a good movie.
You guys are just trying to get more time to think.
That's exactly what it is.
No, I honestly almost forgot your
you're
question.
stalling?
I'm right now just dreaming of wind blowing
Tom
through a
Cruise?
samurai Tom Cruise hair.
This series is based on espionage.
Okay.
Too many mind.
Too many more.
Ready? Clue 2?
Yeah.
Are we done giggling?
No.
Okay. The foundation of this game. That's not like a trick question. The foundation has been around since the 60s.
Is it Spy vs. Spy?
Wow!
Nice.
Bam!
Pulled it out from fucking Mad Magazine.
And last week I got butt fucked by doing that. I'm like, you know what?
Honestly, like, if you waited third clue, I don't think I'd have got it.
What's
Really?
third clue?
I don't think I'd have got it.
This game has no gray area. It's strictly black and white.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
You don't remember Spy vs.
No,
Spy? It was
I-
a black spy and a
No,
white
no, I
spy.
remember the character of Spy vs. Spy, and I know that there's a video game, but I don't know that I would ever put two and
There's
two together.
multiples.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. I don't know that I
Yeah.
would have.
There was a PS2 remake.
Like espionage. I was like thinking really win back or like really hard ones.
Oh God.
I was thinking like
Win
any.
back.
Yeah, I was
Wow.
thinking like I don't know. Yeah, like you were gonna pick fucking win
Yeah.
back. That would have been much tougher. But I was just like,
Fucking win back.
and you said
I didn't know if you'd get the Mad comic.
Hey.
It's pretty good. I'm
I
proud of you.
don't usually do good at that game, so I'll take
I'm
it.
proud of you.
Okay. I have got a game for you guys. So I will accept any game in the series.
Uh-oh.
You travel the world. Takes place all over the world.
Carmen Sandiego.
Damn it, I was gonna say the same fucking thing.
Is that really your guess?
Oh, God, no.
No.
You travel the world.
Well, is it where in the world or where in time? You didn't answer
Well, you
correctly.
said the world, so where in the world?
Well, in time
What
you
is-
go over the world. In
What
time,
is where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
both good games, by the way. Everybody remembers the second game in this series, believe it or not, as the most memorable one. Very few people ever really experienced the first. It was the second one that really made it famous.
The first game that came to mind, I don't think actually became famous. So I'm going to not say it.
Travel the world. Second game was. I had nothing.
Okay, so be ready. Because the third clue here is not only going to have a voice, it's also going to have, although not making for good radio, it will show like a pantomime of what's going on.
Oh, God damn it.
Are you ready?
I'm gonna lose this. I already know.
Hadouken!
Street Fighter.
Yeah, Street Fighter. Nobody played the first one. Everybody
I played the
remember-
first one.
But Street Fighter 2's everybody
Yeah,
has.
It's kind of like Mortal Kombat, actually. Very similar to
See,
Mortal Kombat.
I played Mortal Kombat 1 a lot, but
I did too, but a lot of people remember Mortal Kombat 2.
that's true.
All right. For
Hadouken.
my game,
That made me think of that. We were watching. I was like, I'm gonna do that game.
My game is a very well-known PvP game. I assume no guesses after that. Okay.
No.
Yeah, that was really vague.
That's what it's supposed to be.
The second clue, in this game, each player is given the exact same equipment that they use the entire game to either defend or aggress their objective.
You look like you've got an idea.
I do.
All I heard was aggress, and I don't think about Shining Force.
Aggress,
Aggress.
Yeah, I know. I have to say
I don't like the word aggress. I hate it because they always use it in like the tournaments.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. It's a real word, but it just bothers me, and I actually don't use it there because I couldn't think of anything else.
It doesn't explain it ample enough. Explain
Stop
it.
it.
Tubuku.
Tubuku. No, I got nothing.
Yeah, I got less than nothing.
All right. PvP describes this game perfectly in player versus player, but it could also be described as paddle versus paddle.
What? What was the second clue? Oh, same equipment?
Yeah. I mean, I know it should be obvious and all, but
I mean, I'm thinking like ping pong or...
that's all I can think of. But we've already done Pong. So.
Yeah.
No, did we already do Pong? Because it was Pong.
Yeah, you did Pong.
Yeah, I did. You did
Did I
Pong.
fucking do
and I guessed it. Yeah, we did Pong. I said Pong first, by the way.
No, I said ping pong.
Yeah, but I said Pong, motherfucker.
Did I even? I did.
You did Pong already.
You did Pong.
We've already done Pong.
Fuck did I do Pong?
I got Pong too.
Was I drunk?
Hell no.
I don't think so.
It's like 3 episodes ago or something.
That's why I was like, I
Yeah.
mean, I know we'll reuse games, and I was just like, did we just do Pong like 3 or 4 episodes
I
ago?
literally had no
'Cause I got
fucking-
it, I
I
remember getting it.
legitimately just like I had no fucking clue.
Yeah. That's why I was like, it can't be Pong again.
No. When he said paddle, I was thinking like those things at Chuck E. Cheese, like the extra paddles. You know?
God.
I was thinking of like, is there a boat racing game I don't know about?
Did Tubin have paddles?
All right, this game.
Uh-huh.
There's something about this game that if you like it, somebody might. Well, you could be considered gay.
Pong.
You'd have been guessed right if you guessed that last game though.
So if you like this game,
You could be considered gay.
Yes.
Is it butt darts?
Oh, you're out. O'Brien gets a point.
I think that's correct. He's guessed twice now. We'll let these fucking rules go.
I'm
here.
trying to act like I'm joking to
Yeah.
cut the litter down.
All right, this game is actually it's actually a first and a third person shooter. I think
First and a third person shooter.
shooter. Let's just focus on shooter more than anything.
He
Okay.
thinks.
I forget. I played a little bit of it.
So you're gay?
Yes.
I
I said you could be.
Well, okay. Shooter could be gay.
Are we gonna?
No, I've got
like
nothing.
a skeet shooter or something.
Okay.
Ski.
Okay, that was bad. But I like it. A couple of the iterations of this game took place in Vegas.
Rainbow Six?
Yep.
Rainbow.
Ah.
I get it now.
Was it first? There were parts where there were first and third person. Because like there was some tactical stuff that
When
was
you
third
looked
person.
around a wall or something.
Yeah.
you-
Okay,
and
okay.
you
So
zoom-
that's what I remember.
Yeah.
Then I knew there were parts of it.
Yeah, and you could zoom in like a scope. That's good, Rainbow. I get it now. Rainbow Six. I
Okay.
fucking love that game, by the way.
It was a good
It
game.
was a good game. Very tactical. Had to work as a team.
In the beginning, like the first Rainbow Six, you actually had to like map out your squad's coordinates and like
Yeah.
draw their path out and make them do stuff. It was
Mhm.
fucking awesome. And then it just got better.
All
I
right.
can't wait for the new one. It's like Rainbow Six Patriots or something like that. It's gonna be fucking awesome. All right, so we're gonna move on to what? Devil's Advocate,
Yes, sir.
and I go first again.
Nice. Look
Yeah.
at you.
Big ballin', smashing, making my ends.
Smoking big kill, get high on the pins.
There you go.
I can't not say the next line.
No, you can't. This is fairly interesting.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Sure.
Do it.
I'm excited to hear which argument you guys choose and how you go with it. Okay. So, we've got Mortal Kombat, we've got Super Smash Brothers. The next iteration of each of those games, if one was going to happen, which would you prefer? Smash Brothers makes a incredibly gory, violent version, or Mortal Kombat makes a very overly like cartoony, campy style fighting game.
Oh, Smash Bros.
Smash Brothers going
Oh,
violent.
God, yes. First, that should be so fucking awesome. Like, can you imagine just like ripping out Peach's ovaries and stroking her with, just strangling her with them, you know? Or like, you know, Yoshi, when he swallows somebody instead of an egg, he shits out like their bones and remnants. I mean, there's so many ways to go, and it would be cute the other way too. Mortal Kombat is nothing without its gore. That's why you played Mortal Kombat. It's not the best fighting game. I'd rather play Virtua Fighter. I liked Virtua Fighter for the actual tactical of it. A much better game. I'd rather play Soul Calibur or something like that. Mortal Kombat's about its fatalities. It's about a lot of other things. So, like, if I could add to Smash Brothers all the weapons, imagine if you grabbed that mallet and just fucking broke people's skulls and their blood went everywhere. You know, instead of, I want to knock you off the stage, you just, you know, incinerated them with somebody. Like, Falcon Punch can melt people. I just think, like, if you could have that part when you're really high in your energy, and rather than just going off the map, you could just build it into a mechanic and make the game make sense and just have them die that way. So you could have violence, not change the game, and just make it really cool.
Well, now the thing you mentioned is you played Mortal Kombat for the violence and the gore and that kind of stuff. But after you play it for so long, you kind of get numb to it. I mean, you do the fatalities, and yeah, they're fun and they're great, and you rip off your mask and toasty people so many times. You're just like, cool, I just did that. They even went to it in the later iterations of the game. They went to the animalities and the babalities because the fatalities didn't really hold it anymore. It's kind of the way of, it was almost more trolly than the actual gore of the game, because you kind of got off with the gore is already done and gone. You've progressed past it. Now it's time to embarrass them by turning them into a baby. So I think if you took that even a step further, and then you couldn't make it a serious Mortal Kombat game. It'd have to be the Friendship Edition or something like that. You'd have to have the lettering and all fucking rainbows and flowers and shit. You know, Liu Kang wouldn't be able to kick people in the face anymore. He'd have to like have rays of sunshine shining on people. Raiden would have to throw flowers and bouquets at people, and you have like the friendships and that kind of thing too. I just think that, and also, you can make a trolley game like that without you could say, oh, it's Mortal Kombat the trolley edition. You couldn't make Smash Brothers the violent edition because of the Nintendo reputation that they have on there too, and it would ruin the game for so many people. You could make the troll Mortal Kombat version and then come back and make your gory Mortal Kombat version again. I don't think you could turn Smash Brothers into a gory game and then turn it back to Smash Brothers again and it still have any relevance either.
Well, I agree. I would probably like to have the Smash Brothers that would be violent. I don't know. You went the moral way. I wasn't expecting that. I gotta go with O'Brien. The moral argument of you can't do that to Nintendo characters, I was not expecting.
But you didn't ask that in the questions, why I wouldn't have...
No, and that's...
Yeah, that's what I was like. Because if you did that, he's completely correct.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I didn't even think about that when I even made the question. That almost turned me. You had it. That was a very good argument. Because he had it hands down until you said that. I was like, oh, shit. I didn't even fucking think about that. Dickheads. I hate when you guys make it close. It fucking kills me. I'd rather one of you just stomp the other one hardcore.
Well, we're getting better at the game overall, I think.
Yeah, I think everybody's starting to argue much better. We're getting more comfortable, I think.
I think so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Find our stride.
Anyway.
Okay. So mine's more of the serious note.
Okay. So I can tell it's not going to be the serious note.
If you were going to have one thing jammed up your ass, would you rather be a Lakitu or Sonic? And if you're curious, Lakitu is the spiny shell from
Sonic.
Mario Brothers
I'm gonna go
that
with
moves
Sonic.
around. You know with Sonic.
Yeah, the one that kills you. The guy throws out...
Those red things?
Yeah.
Those
Wasn't
things.
Lakitu the cloud guy, though?
Yeah.
Lakitu is the cloud guy.
The spiny shell guy, so
Okay.
Lakitu threw out. That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
I still go with Sonic.
Okay.
First off, gay people across the world are already putting rodents in their ass anyway. Why not throw a hedgehog in there? Who knows? The quills may tickle. I've never had anything in my ass. I have no fucking clue. But I assume they would wiggle like a normal rodent would. Why not? The spiny shells, those things are absolutely going to hurt. The quills don't hurt unless they fucking make them hurt. They're just kind of soft if you pet them. You gotta put them in the right way. I mean, you couldn't put it in backwards. That'd be awful. But, he could spin while he's in there, rev it up. Maybe he could go to town on that. Maybe Knuckles would come with him. I've already had Knuckles in my ass anyway. So when you think about it that way, a sorry. This question is so serious. I have to get back to being serious. You think of a spiny shell. First off, think of the physics of putting a turtle shell in your asshole, and then think of spikes on it. And, I mean, they kill you instantly when you touch them in Mario. I don't think I'd want to touch one.
All right, for one thing, if you're inviting Knuckles, where the fuck is Tails? Why is he not getting the invite to the goddamn party? That's bullshit. He's got the fucking Tails. They actually might kind of feel good tickling you a little bit. But whenever you're in Mario and you're like normal size Mario and the spike shells being thrown at you, it comes out to about knee high. How tall is Sonic? Sonic is your fucking height. And you're going to put him in your asshole? And then you say you put him in the right way, he's going to come out at some point. Those quills are going to tear up the inside of your asshole. And honestly, those spiky shells, I can kind of handle those a little bit. I could probably remove the spike somehow. And at that point, it's probably kind of smooth. And you never know. It might feel kind of good. At least I can put it in and come out smoothly. Sonic doesn't have that option. And he's fucking gigantic. I would like to see you fit Sonic in your asshole to let him wiggle around and fucking poke your anus with his fucking pins.
Okay. I'm gonna have to score this with a spiny shell on this one.
What?
The spiny shell, and then this is the only thing as I was thinking about the question, you're gonna get every quill in your ass when you pull him out.
Unless he comes out the right way.
But he's gonna go in the right way and turn around and right the way he's a fucking
Have you
hedgehog.
ever had a rodent in your ass?
I
don't
haven't,
know.
but I know the safe choice is if I get that in my ass, at least it's gonna go in and come out the same way.
So terrible.
And the size of it is a factor. I never thought about that.
He's not human size.
No, but
He's a hedgehog.
Well, Sonic's when you said Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog when you stand next to
He's a
Mario
big dude.
in like Smash Brothers, he's the same guy, if
Man,
not
that
taller.
guy's gonna rip some new ground.
Oh, and a turtle shell's gonna be fucking nice and easy.
No, it's gonna be
It's
bad.
gonna be terrible.
We're not saying I want either of these things in my anus.
Have you ever seen a knee-high turtle? That's a big fuck. We're talking Galapagos,
Galapagos,
shit.
yeah.
This
That's true.
shit's still smaller than Sonic the Hedgehog, though.
I don't think Sonic the Hedgehog is smaller than a Galapagos.
But a hedgehog is really big,
Yeah.
pound-wise. I mean,
Like,
those,
if you're actually talking about a real hedgehog, yeah, it's.
and then those quills are getting in you. You can't not get those quills in because I'm assuming neither of them want to be in your
he's
ass.
specifically
Have you ever seen quills on Sonic the Hedgehog, though?
This whole fur thing.
But he's
isn't-
a hedgehog.
So? He's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh.
Hedgehogs aren't standing high.
Okay, that's true. But then at that
Those-
point,
those
you gotta
rare
get something
hedgehogs
that's
without
4 to
quills.
5 feet in your anus.
You gotta get something that's 4 to 5 feet, possibly wide in your anus.
I don't think that's 4 to 5 feet wide.
We don't know the physics of a Lakitu shell, do we?
We don't.
We'll get back to you on that.
I know
one.
I don't want them in my ass.
I'm just mad for the hate on Tails. That's fucking weak. Invite Knuckles to the party. But
I
not
should
Tails.
almost.
I
thought
said
back.
Knuckles because I've had, Knuckles,
Yeah,
That
finger.
I almost went just because that Knuckles was not a part of the argument, so I discounted that. If it was like it's like an actual law thing, they said you have to strike that from the record because it wasn't germane. If that was counted, you'd have won over 7 times
Because that was a good joke.
because that was a really good joke. But I did not let that cloud my judgment because in the day it made sense with the size factor. It was a legitimate point, and that made great sense.
We've actually fought more for this point about putting hedgehogs and turtle shells in our asshole than we have for any other
Pretty
point
much, yeah.
in the game.
We care a lot about our beeholes. That's the truth.
I really don't want anything inside of it
no negative.
ever.
That was a good question.
That was a good question.
I like that.
Very simple, to the point.
Yeah.
All right.
To the point.
Ah. All right. My question is: you guys have to buy and play one sequel to a game.
Okay.
Which would you least rather play? Either the sequel to the next Madden game or the sequel to the next Call of Duty game.
Madden.
You'd least rather play?
That you least rather play.
Madden is legitimately the same game. All they change, the modes haven't changed. They add like a couple move sticks. All they do is update the rosters. That's legitimately it. And at least with Call of Duty, yeah, it's the same game, but the location might change, so they add new maps. The guns might be different. There's rumors that the next Call of Duty is going to be World War I, which nobody's really done well yet. They've got, new perks, new kill streaks. There's at least enough that's new to make me interested and want to actually play it. There's new physics to learn. There's new maps and routes to learn, all that kind of stuff. In Madden, I'm legitimately playing basically the exact same game from the previous year with a new guy on the cover and updated rosters.
Fair. That's if you're only going to play the actual game mode. I'm going to be able to have the create my own player thing. And more importantly, I'm going to have franchise. They can update that, but I can play that almost infinitely and draft different people, build my own team, build my own players, and do a lot of different things in that game world. Whereas Call of Duty, I'm literally going to do one thing. I'm just going to shoot other people. They're going to shoot me. I will never play a different game mode. That's it. At least with Madden, I have variability. It's going to be something different every time. Also, I don't deal with fucking 12-year-old kids teabagging me, telling me I'm a fag, and they hate my face. You know, I can avoid online play on Madden. I do not have that ability in Call of Duty. I have to play online to even get a modicum of enjoyment. And in reality, a different map, I just like taking your dining room, painting it green, and it was red, and say, oh, it's a different room now. At the end of the day, they both have the same problem. But at least with Madden, I have variables in game modes so that I can play a franchise mode. I can make my own player and play a, you know, whatever they raid road to the show, whatever they fucking call that mode. And there, I can't remember what Madden calls it. But at least I'll have something else I can do.
You know, actually, I was gonna go with JJ on this one, but I
lost again.
You did lose on this. It was 100% even. I had you in the lead a little bit. So I guess it wasn't 100% even. But no, the thing that threw me over the edge was the fact that at least Madden has an offline mode. At least I don't have to play it online. At least I can avoid the 12-year-old kids. And that really was the only, I mean, like they were very even arguments except for that.
In fairness,
So
I don't want to play either game.
Can't mute them. That was never an option. Can't mute them, huh?
You still got to deal with them.
Still
And the
play
fact they
them.
might not do shit. That's the problem I always hated on Call of Duty. It's not that what they said. Is that like we used to play domination. And like, I'm just going to go do kill streaks. Or I'm just going to go kill people. That always annoyed me. Random thought.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, dude, we're playing a team game. There's team deathmatch, right? That is an option. You don't want to just sit here and troll and get free kills because people are actually playing the game.
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
Oh, God, it drives me. Because we always played really tactical.
Oh, yeah, we tried.
Well, you're right, but we no. That's a whole other tangent. I'm just going to, because as much as we hate on Call of Duty, I really had a lot of good times playing Call of Duty.
I had a lot of fun playing every shooter.
Call of Duty. And the fact that it degenerated the way it did just upsets me.
The thing that killed me about Madden is that, yeah, you get to play all those different game modes, but those game modes don't change from game to game.
True. But I could still go back and play a franchise mode from like 06 and have a blast.
Sure. But that's the reason why I would least likely buy 14 is because I can still have as much fun playing 6 or 7. Or
But I have to go online
12.
to play Call of Duty. Otherwise, there's nothing for me.
Yeah. Play with bots.
That's terrible.
Ugh, bots, you fucking kidding me?
Because either they're too dumb or they're like
they
retarded
no
good.
scope
Oh, yeah.
everything
It's
you
like,
do.
oh my God, he's going to just shoot me in the face every time. That doesn't make me a better player. That makes me want to go postal. Choke people with fucking super ropes.
Throw dog turds at people and piss on them, set them on fire.
Was it fucking postal?
Oh, God.
Postal.
That game is brutal.
Anyway, what score?
Okay. 3 points for moi,
Yeah?
2 for you,
Yeah?
1 for Andrew.
Sounds very similar to last week.
It does.
I think it was reverse meaning.
Yeah, I was 3, you were 2, you were 1.
So we're moving on now. Since I won the last one, I'm going to start with our top 10 game.
Feudgasm.
The Feudgasm.
Top 10 gasm. Something gasm.
Yes, just
sir.
gasm.
Gasm. That's just what we're going to call it.
So the list
We're just going to call it...
you gentlemen are going to competing on are the video games with the best graphics.
Oh, so this is something that we don't really care about on a list that we know are going to be shitty.
Final
So
Fantasy 3.
Now you're telling me
Is it a PC or a console?
video games with best graphics, so it will be any content. But bear in mind that every time we've done this game, they've had amazing lists.
Oh, yeah.
They get everyone right.
Best list ever.
So
oh yeah,
you're-
these lists are
you're-
100% accurate actually.
Yeah, you're downgrading them. I'm telling you, 15-year-old kids are on point.
Yep.
Okay.
I've got a coin.
Yeah.
Who wants to be the
I
guy
never call
calling?
first. I'll do it.
You do? Go for it.
Heads.
It is heads. All right.
Yeah. Since the internet sucks this game's dick
I know what you're going to go
graphically, I'm going to go Skyrim.
with. Damn it.
Okay.
I have lots of points.
Wow. Nope.
No, Skyrim's on there.
Oh,
I don't know why I went down. Just kind of looking around. So Skyrim's 5.
Wow.
So it's
Reddit still posts.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
best graphics ever.
So Skyrim got you. It's 5th place. It's definitely there.
I actually got one that I didn't think that I was going to think. Like, I'm surprised that I thought of.
Yeah?
Crisis.
That's the PC game that I didn't think would be on the list because it's a PC game.
And you're saying that Crisis... Okay. Crisis is numero uno.
Wow! I was going to say it, but I didn't know if it'd be on the list.
Yeah, Crisis is number 1.
Wow. Excellent.
Excellent.
This one's a stretch, but it had very, very great graphics. I'm going to say Far Cry 3.
No.
Really?
No, sorry.
Wow. Fuck me, right?
I can. I can help you on that one. You're going to be crying.
Skyrim is 5.
Honestly, I thought Skyrim would be number 1. I was with you on that.
Yeah, so did I.
I'd have guessed Skyrim number
And
1.
Far Cry 3 is like one of the hardest ones on computers now. Like, as far as like graphically intensive. But yeah, not there.
Anymore, but...
It was, you know what I mean.
Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 4.
Was a very beautiful game.
Not beautiful enough to be in the top 10.
Well then.
Holy shit.
So I remember them talking a big game about the new physics engine and just how everything is going to be.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily just
I know,
current.
no,
It's games that get to the beautiful graphics. I mean, it is, but you know what I mean.
Oh, man.
I may have to come out of left field with one.
Funny thing is, like, they're all, I mean, you know.
They're all pretty good, huh?
I wish I could ask, like good in what way. You know, like qualifying
Yeah.
questions, but it's not the nature of the game.
Yeah. Just out of hopes, because it was good for its time, I'm going to say Oblivion.
Oblivion is on there. Oblivion's number 10.
Wow. Well, you've got more points than me, and I've got 2 right.
Yeah, but I'm not real
Always
confident.
that steal right now, baby.
Uh,
There's still 7 out there.
I'm going to go a game out of left field because I knew people fucking blew this game for graphics back in the day. Okami.
Nope.
Ugh. I knew I was going to get it wrong.
Not to say it's not a cool game and cool
But
artistically.
I just remember that was people were talking about that game. As
For
far
Wii, yeah, that one definitely got there. I was just curious if it was anywhere in the top 10, and it is not.
I knew I was going to get it wrong, but it was kind of...
You had to try
Yeah.
one of those things. Oh, I care so little about graphics that I don't even pay fucking attention.
I know, that's what makes it so great.
Oh, this is the trolliest of fucking categories.
And it's just like the realm of like when these games, you know, it's like...
Yeah.
Are they talking about graphics at the time? Are they...
Graphics for the time, yeah. I cannot... I'm in disbelief that Far Cry 3 was not on there.
I know. And not even top 20 either, by the way.
Wow! Modern Warfare 3.
That's correct.
Just because it's Call of Duty.
That is number 3.
That's so stupid. Far Cry 3 and
Battlefield 4
are infinitely better.
Wait a
than
minute,
that
you
game.
said, oh yeah, you said, I was like, oops. You said, okay, I lied. I completely misinterpreted. Modern Warfare 3 is not on there.
Oh.
That's my fault. Modern Warfare 3 is 21.
Wow.
I thought of a different game, and I just like, oh yeah, you're on there. There is a different game on for number 3. It was Modern Warfare. I apologize.
Well,
Like, I want to guess a Call of Duty now because I feel like it's gaming the game in a way.
Sadly, it wasn't even that.
And I honestly, I wasn't going to do it
No,
because...
I'm not saying don't guess Call of Duties if you don't want to. I'm just saying the game that I misinterpreted was not even related to those.
No, like, and then like I wasn't even gonna game it to go Call of Duty because I already had.
I saw that number 21. It was the last game I scrolled to, and it was just stuck in my head. And Modern Warfare 3 is right there. And I saw a numeral. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's right there. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. You said Modern Warfare 3?
Once again, I'm gonna go a game. It's not the Okami left field, but it's more the graphics of the time because people blew this game for graphics at the time. Final Fantasy VII.
Nope. And that is 3. So bear in mind,
we only had 3 out of 10. This was supposed to be a good list.
once you hear it,
Oh,
you're
well,
like,
honestly, it's gonna be. I know it's gonna be a good. Like,
but you get one here, regardless of points. You'll be, I think, actually may be our first ever steal.
Steel is so hard in this game.
Well, it's just like Family Feud. Yeah, those people huddling up. There's always like, grandma giving the shittiest dance in the world.
I got nothing. Like, I want to say, part of me wants to say Counter-Strike Source because that was really awesome when it came out. Oh, how about Half-Life 2?
Mm-mm.
Motherfucker, that was also a beautiful game when it came
It's
out.
also number 13.
Jesus Christ.
So, Andrew gets the point.
Battlefield 3?
for what?
Battlefield 3 is fucking number 3.
That's what I was gonna fucking say.
Why Battlefield 3 over Battlefield 4?
I would imagine because Battlefield 4 is really just an extension. In my opinion, having seen 4 and played a lot of 3, 3 was more impressive to me. I actually agree with that on the list. Number 2, and this is, I agree, Uncharted.
I was going to say Uncharted. Holy shit, that was...
Uncharted 2 is the one that actually put
Okay, I wouldn't have said 2. I was just going to say Uncharted because I know people blow that game.
I got
for
him for
graphics.
free from Cam because he got him for
Horizon.
his Best
Yeah,
Buy
yeah,
points,
yeah.
and they're awesome looking. 4 is Metal Gear Solid 4. 5 was Skyrim.
Shouldn't even be on the list of, even remotely close to Far Cry 3 or something
Agreed.
like that.
Call of Duty 4 is 6. 7 is Crysis 2. 8 is Grand Theft Auto 4. 9 is Crysis 3. And 10 was Oblivion.
Could they suck Crysis's dick anymore?
Glad they sucked it enough to give it the number 1. No.
Well, the thing I'd say about Crysis is it really is probably the best looking game. Okay.
All right. So I think I've got one. I don't think we've done this one yet. And if we have, correct me.
Pong?
Pong. Fuck. Top 10 Pong.
Top 10 Pong
That's
battles.
it. No, just top 10 Pong. That's it. No real elaboration. Go. Pong. There's all of them. Top 10 best video game series.
Okay.
I feel like I know where this one's going to go.
Oh, I guess we need it.
I've got the list actually is it's still, I mean, I'm sure that it's offensive. I'm sure we're going to find things that are offensive, but
yeah.
Your defense is offensive.
it's not the most offensive thing I've seen in my entire life.
Called up.
Okay. I'm going to go with heads.
It is in fact heads.
Okay. I'm going Mario.
Have 9 points.
Oh.
It means it's number 2.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Numero dos. Like, I want to say Legend of Zelda, but that was 1 and 2 on the Nintendo list as well. I'm going to say Legend of Zelda.
Number 1.
Yeah, if you don't say it, I am. I should have remembered that. They suck Zelda more than Mario, which I find stupid because, yeah, Zelda has a lot of Zelda games. Mario's like 50 billion games. Every
And
sports
spin-offs,
game,
yeah.
every spin-off.
Yeah.
That's the one that really irks me.
Link is kind of a cooler character than Mario.
Yeah.
That's the
I
only thing
get
I can
that.
think of.
He's not even as many games as Luigi's in.
Right.
Hell, I think Shy Guy's in more fucking games. You see what I'm saying? Like, you start to think about it, you're like, really? That
By the
bothers
way,
me.
and I don't know if this was commented on the comments or not, but Goobkill told me that the reason Peach was not on that list is because she has a DS game.
Oh.
Remember the people
Yeah,
that should
yeah,
have
yeah,
a game?
yeah.
Peach has a game.
You get him, Andy.
Yeah. He's like, I played a lot of that on DS when
No,
I was
you
in the
did.
Navy. I was like, oh, okay.
Huh. Well, there you go. See? And you were all mad.
Fad Ginger pulled one out.
Get him Fad
Bad Ginger. I like that one.
So we got 3 through 10 available here.
I hate to say this. I'm going to go Call of Duty.
It's not on the list.
The silence killed me there. Call of Duty did not make this list.
I mean, I'm not like,
I honestly,
I'm
I
not going to
didn't.
argue.
no, I just figured, the way they typically
Yeah,
Blow
you're.
it.
bob it.
You know, I would have guessed it. That'd have been my guess too.
I'd have guessed it as well.
Huh?
I might have had a different guess, but I don't know.
Well, I had other guesses I'd prefer
Yeah, well,
to
yeah,
guess,
yeah.
and now I wish I would have.
I'm going to go Final Fantasy.
That would have maybe been my guess.
That would have been my guess.
Number 9.
Really?
I-
That's
I-
borderline
that's-
insulting.
that
Even
is-
as not a fanboy, you admit.
No.
Name me 8 better series in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
You're not going to do it.
This list does not have 8 better series in Final Fantasy. I'm going to put that out there. But there's some good games up here.
I don't whoa, wow. Okay,
I got my next guest. Guess.
Got that?
you got that? Halo?
Number 5.
Okay. About to fucking say.
So this isn't like
Not
the most
that
egregious.
bad.
It's not the most egregious list I've ever seen.
Elder Scrolls.
Number 7.
Wow, no way.
I'm shocked that's that low, too.
No shit.
Well, that's because most people who play Elder Scrolls like, Skyrim, maybe Oblivion. They don't forget there's like 8 games before that.
Right.
You know?
3, 4, 6, 8, and 10.
I got one.
Okay.
And theoretically, you could get every one of these. I would.
Oh, wow.
I would not be shocked. Like,
I want to keep going new because I'm just thinking like people are going to guess that.
Right.
God of War?
nope.
No? I'm going to lose this one.
Pokemon.
Number 3.
Jesus.
There it is.
That was the one that there's one other that you may not get, but that was the one I was like, either they'll remember it being Pokemon and say Pokemon or not.
Fucking Pokemon.
Always fucking Pokemon.
Fucking Pokemon.
I hate Pokemon. Wow.
I just can't believe Elder Scrolls and Final Fantasy are 9 and 7.
Yeah, for the list, yeah, I'm shocked that Call of Duty's not on there. I really am.
Yeah, no shit.
I honestly didn't. When I looked at it, I
For
was
what
like,
they
okay.
said, yeah.
Fucking Nintendo fanboys on this site.
Well, I want to go Nintendo, but I'm like, did they have enough games to qualify? I think they had a better series than some of the other things I mentioned, but I don't know they'd have it. Donkey Kong.
Nope.
I knew it wasn't on there.
So this is for the steal.
No, he didn't
No.
still.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
got me on points.
Yeah, I got him on points.
Number 4 is probably one of the more offensive ones on there, though.
I'm not excited about this.
Assassin's Creed.
I almost said Assassin's Creed too.
That's not that offensive.
But for number
not.
4 is a
Number
little bit.
4 it is. I almost said it too, but after my God of War debacle, I decided to go with my gut when I should have.
Another
twice.
one that I thought you guys would get. Should not be
Grand
lower.
Theft Auto.
Yep.
That was my
Fuck.
next guess.
Another one. High Tech Snake would be mad.
Oh, Metal Gear.
Metal
Yeah.
Gear Solid. Number 10. This is kind of the wild card of the group. Mass Effect.
Yeah, I don't think it's even top 10.
But no,
it's a
but
good
it's
game.
yeah. Rounding out.
Honestly, Call of Duty should be higher than a lot of those. In
Oh,
fairness, Call of Duty is a big franchise.
Number 11 was Smash Brothers.
I was gonna say Smash.
My
My next 2 guesses were Grand Theft Auto and Smash.
12 was Sonic.
Smash is a Mario game.
12 was Sonic. 13 Metroid. 14 Uncharted. 15 Kingdom Hearts. Just to round it out.
But a couple of them just don't have enough.
Kingdom Hearts is
They're,
what, 3
they're
games?
a couple good games. They're
2
not.
games, 3 games.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's Call of Duty got number 20.
Like Madden.
by the way.
I would have put Madden above a bunch of those.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
because it was a huge franchise.
Okay, I do want to throw this out there. If O'Brien wins, you win. If Andrew wins, we have a 3-way tie.
Son of a bitch.
And we still don't have a fail-safe.
Well, let's just hope it doesn't get to that. But my track record on this game, when we change this game, is taking me. The randomness kills me.
All right, this is fairly interesting. Since this game already sucks Nintendo's penis, I'm going to continue that with the top 10 Mario power-ups.
Okay.
Okay?
Interesting.
Very interesting. Andrew's going to call it?
All right.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Yeah, we know what Andrew's gonna say.
Heads.
Okay. Now, as I go for the number 1, I'm just gonna do like a little fucking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire where you have to debate everything. The more logical one, and it honestly is the absolute best power up because what it does for you is not going to be the one that I'm thinking is going to be number 1. So I'm going to go with Tanuki Suit.
That is number 4.
Okay.
And they actually have Raccoon Suit, which is why it threw me off. I was like, Tanuki Suit's not on this list?
No, that's Tanuki Suit. You guys are douches.
I'm going to go the Invincibility Star.
Number 8.
Starman.
They have Superstar on
Oh, I
here.
put JJ. Now this is the one I was gonna go with, just because logically it should be his best power up would be the 1-up mushroom, because that is the absolute best power. Because it actually, and I don't think it's gonna be on there.
It's not.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's not. It's not on. It's not even in the top 20.
That is the absolute best power up because that gives you
An extra-
another life. There is no power up that's better than that one.
Unless they're calling it something weird, which I can't imagine. No.
Yeah, well, that's what I get.
We're going to go with a hammer.
Also not on here.
What?
Well, the hammer is
Like the fucking over the head, just where he, like from like the old school game.
yeah.
And even like they brought it into Smash Brothers, whatever.
Yes,
so.
I think that's more of a Smash thing in my head.
But like I mean, they did it in the old like
Yeah,
the,
with those little underground levels where you could
no, like the old Donkey Kong, like
Well, yeah. Oh, you mean like Donkey
oh
Kong?
yeah, like
Donkey Kong.
I mean like the hammer. Like
I was
yeah,
thinking in my head only Mario Brothers. I see what you're saying.
Thank
Dude, I'm gonna go Frog Suit.
No.
Thought you said this list was good. This is terrible.
It's not as bad as you think.
This is brutal bad.
I'm gonna go with Fire Flower.
Number 1.
That's fucking bullshit.
Number
No way Fire Flower is better than a lot of those other ones.
Honestly, Fire Flower is not better than the fucking Invisibility Star. Well, of course, Invisibility Star is only for that
It's
limited
very
time.
brief.
Yeah.
It's very brief, but it should still be top 10. It's the iconic one in my opinion.
No, the star was on there.
That's what I said. I was saying, but
Oh,
it
yeah,
should,
it
but
was.
like, yeah.
The big mushroom. The mushroom that made you big.
Number 2.
Okay. About to fucking say. I don't necessarily agree with that because I'd rather have an instant frog suit that made every water level amazing. And it was cool.
To be fair, the Fire Flower did make you big and give you the firepower.
Oh, I agree with that. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that's why I would say that's okay that it's above the mushroom.
But it's not. I don't know. It's not the
I'm gonna go with one of the funnest ones, the most fun ones,
Funnest.
funnest. The cape.
No.
Wow, I'm kind of with Andrew on that one. That was like the key power up of Super Mario.
Yeah, oh god, it was so good.
Now, I don't know if they would classify this as a power
I
up,
think I know where you're going.
but I don't want to. I always want to ask the judge, is this a power up? Because to me, it's clearly not a power up. It is something you obtain, not a power up.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm like trying to think of what the fuck are you talking about?
His little buddy.
Oh, Yoshi?
Yeah.
That's actually number 11.
Okay. Because I don't consider that a power up. I
Well,
wasn't gonna.
technically they say Yoshi's egg, but
It's like Rush and Mega Man. That is not a power up.
right.
That is a companion. It's completely different to me. You know what? They're never gonna have it. I just think it's cool because Super Mario Bros. 3 had like all the best power ups, if you ask me.
I agree.
The fucking boot you jump in.
Nope.
I didn't think it was gonna be there. So Andrew has a chance for a steal.
How many what do we have left?
We have number 3 is still out there. Number 5, number 6, number 7, number 9, and number 10.
Like, there's one that I want to. There's one that I think is a little more risky, but I'm gonna go Red Shell.
No shells were even on here.
What about was the Hammer Brothers suit on there?
No.
Okay, that was my other guess.
Dude, I was just thinking of all the cool ones,
Yeah.
and they're not on there.
Number 3 was the Ice Flower. Number 5
Never would have got
was
that.
no,
No.
me either. Number 5 was the Penguin suit.
Never would have got that one.
No.
Number 6, did we do 5? Did we do 6?
I don't know.
No.
Propeller suit. No.
No,
Never would have got that.
Is. Number 7 was the Metal Cap, Metal Mario.
I thought about Metal Mario.
Number 9 was the Mini Mushroom.
Never would have got that.
And number 10 was a Super Mushroom. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I think that's the one that makes you like unlike the. I think like makes you gigantic, and you literally instead of like you just run through run through the whole stage.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a lot of like ancillary games, and I think we were all just so thinking. Because here's the thing.
Wing Cap was number 14. That's the
Super
that's
Mario.
The cape, isn't
Yeah,
it?
or it's 64. That's the 64.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What
Wing
about
Cap
the
was-
P-Wing from 3 would give you like almost perma flying power in Super
Yeah.
Mario Bros. 3.
B suit.
That's from Super Mario Galaxy. And it's cool. I thought about it, but I didn't think it counted.
So you got that, O'Brien? Did you get the point on that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you win, huh?
Yes.
What was the final score on that one?
Would be 4 for me, 3 for Jay. Just
no,
2
I mean
you.
for the last round. I was just curious what.
16-13.
Okay.
You got
Frog
3
suit
and
was
10.
21. Goomba's shoe was
I
22.
got 1. Oh, 3 and 10. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I was like, I got 1.
A lot of these I just haven't even heard of. I'll be honest. Like the list itself, there was at least 5 that you guys were gonna.
Well,
get.
yeah, and that's going to happen. It's like Super Mario Bros. 3, as far as power-ups go, by far the best. By far
That's
the
some
best.
really unique stuff. Yeah.
I mean, like, really cool. Like, you fought hard to get the frog suit. You fought hard to get Tanuki suit.
Yeah.
Or the shoe. Because you only got that
The
in, like,
Hammer Brothers suit, especially.
or like when you went to Giant World and got certain things. Like, the Hammer suit was amazing. All these things you only got in very certain areas. A leaf for raccoon. How was the raccoon tail not in there?
Yeah.
I get. Well, the raccoon tail. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you said
Raccoon tail was Tanuki suit.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said the
cape. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
The cape that made you fly, too. It's like that one.
Yeah.
The feather.
The feather.
feather.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, that's really dumb.
What, the Tanuki suit was a feather too, wasn't it?
That wasn't a leaf. I think it
Or-
said
yeah,
leaf.
it was a leaf.
Leaf.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a game that I'm thinking of that I played so much of.
What game do you play so much of?
I don't know if you
so much of
guys
this game.
played so much of this one. You remember a little game called Base Wars?
Oh. As we do that exclamation.
A baseball game?
Did
that
you not
play
play
with
that at my house
robots?
ever?
I didn't play it at your house, but I think if that's the game I'm thinking of, I think I played it. We had like the human teams and the robot teams.
It was all robots.
All
Oh,
robots.
No, I never played baseball.
Really?
I know.
I thought you would have played that because I remember I played it with Jim. I thought I would have showed it to you.
Nope.
It's
I know of it.
It's a game where you have like 4 or 5 different types of robots.
There's a hover, there's a tank, there's a motorcycle, and just a bipedal.
Yeah. So you had different kinds of robots. The cool thing about this game, and I think about it all the time, I never think to go back and play it. But the cool thing about this game, and I'm looking to Andrew because he hasn't played it, I could have swore that you would have played
There was a
this.
different baseball game that I played. I can't think of the fucking name of it, but
But the cool thing about this game is that you actually like powered up your players by buying them extra weapons because they actually fought.
Cannons
for
how hard they threw the ball.
You had what was it? Shoulder, engine. You could upgrade
Speed.
Yeah, for speed. They had all these different upgrades you could do for your throwing power and your batting power and all that kind of stuff. The cool thing about it is that when you get into a pickle, if you run into somebody on the baseline, it's usually an out. Now in this, you fight.
Tags are never an out. Tags are a fight.
That's awesome.
You go into a fucking fighting game style, side-scrolling
like fucking
fight.
Street Fighter?
Yeah,
Yes.
and if you lose, like you have to repair your robot to eat some of your money after the game.
Huh.
And was it your robots, when they got down to a low life, they were out. They didn't die, but if they got down to a low life too many times, they would explode. And if 3 of your bots exploded, you automatically forfeited the game.
Huh.
So it was a really
That's a really
neat
interesting
take.
mechanic, yeah.
So you could be getting just fucking just shit stomped 20 to nothing.
And you murder them in the
could
base
still
paths.
win. Yeah. So like I remember the reason I've always loved games that are outside of the RPG genre that let me do upgrades and make my team and shit the way I want
it's
to.
RPG, kind of infused,
Yeah.
and it let you do like making your own league, like baseball stars.
Yeah.
It had a lot of those elements where you could build your own team and stuff like that too.
And the cool thing about it is like Gran Turismo, the first Gran Turismo, I was like, holy shit, I get to make my car exactly how I want it. I get to make this little quick car. I get to add, speed to it if I need to, or, shit like that. And that's how this kind of was. So you could choose whether you wanted a fast team, did you want a tanky team that was going to take a lot of damage, and I remember there was I think it was the engine that you would upgrade that would give you more health regen. So in between fights, you would regenerate more health. And I would always increase the health regen on my catcher because my catcher took a lot of fucking people trying to round the bases to home. So he would just he was a tank and he would just destroy shit. And then you had the hover guys that had they all had like a quote unquote ultimate or a special move. And the hover guy would just like bounce on you and bounce you like a basketball. It was annoying as fuck. But that game, I don't expect to talk about this forever because it was one of those quirky games that I'll always fucking remember.
But it's a rarity when a game comes out that nobody has done anything remotely close to it.
There was a game that I played, and I honestly, I'd have to Google it and try and find. I can't remember the name for the life of me, but you had robots. It was a baseball game. You had robots, and you had humans, and you could pick, and I don't know if they were different robot teams or different, human teams, but I remember there at least were one of each, and like your robots were much better than the humans. You had like 3 or 4 robots that were really fucking good, and the humans were good all around, but the humans couldn't. They'd play like humans. Your robots, you'd get like 7 or 8 good innings out of somebody, or if they hit a couple bombs or something like that, they would be out of fuel or get exhausted, or I don't know if they blew up or whatever, but you'd have to replace them with a different robot at that point. And so there was a situation like that.
Speaking of which, you actually regained health in Base Wars by getting things like base hits or home runs. So like a base hit would give you 20 health, and a home run would get you like 100 or some shit like that. I'm just making up numbers, but it was a really neat game with how they forced it. And I think, honestly, if I was going to see a sports game outside of a basic sports game, I would love to see a 2014 remake of that.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
That would be so awesome.
I got that game as a birthday gift.
Yeah, I played so much of that game.
It was a cool idea. Why don't more...
That's why I played so much. I liked baseball games, but I fucking loved that game because...
Other than Mario games, who does anything outside the box
different
on sports games?
Like they had like the Blitz stuff for a while, but
Hot Shots,
like Blitz went like way like the first Blitz of 64, the one that we played a lot of, was you made your own plays. It was really cool, but then they went like really left field, like went on 360, and like let's do steroids and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was just more about the life, quote unquote, like trying to make a lifestyle of it. Like it was.
They did NBA Jam,
which was another one.
NBA Street was just a new version.
Arch Rivals,
trying to mix Arch Rivals.
Arch Rivals was not Base Wars, but it was just you fought on the basketball court. You just punched people.
But like. Then they were like NBA Street was like a mix between real basketball and NBA Jam.
Professor.
Yeah.
Professor.
And then you had like Blitz. Oh, you had the baseball one. The one where you get like fiery home runs and shit.
The original Nintendo was Baseball Simulator. Oh, well.
The Bigs is the one
on
current ones.
But the old one was like Baseball Simulator, like 2000, 3000, which is really... I remember that game.
The Bigs is the newer one.
Yeah, the newest one, yeah. But I mean, nobody really, and those aren't really stepping outside baseball or
No.
basketball or football. They're just making it, you can fight in it.
It's just this little spin on it.
Yeah.
But like
Base Wars was a completely different game that added a new way to win. You could fucking beat your opponent till they didn't have enough players to
I love
play.
that fucking lance thing you could get and just fucking stab people with.
The plasma sword.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know why I fucking remember
well,
that.
and then like
Who needs Master Chief right
and to go
there?
back to like those kind of games like Baseball Simulator, like 2000 was it 2000 and 3000? Did they make two of them?
Because they made 2 sequels, or a little sequel.
And then they had you had pitches, like you had like the iron ball, and then you
you can
had
power those up too.
and you had like flaming pitches. You had like super things you could do in the baseline. Like shit like that is cool. I
Yeah.
mean, like why?
Go outside, add new mechanics to sports.
I mean, I still like the show the best.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, those
because
are
that's
fun.
a baseball sim.
Yeah, that's
These are not. You know.
yeah. I think like instead of Madden, I
baseball
would like to see a football sim.
Come on now.
I like to see a football one. Like honestly, like for me being the biggest fan of baseball, I mostly prefer baseball in the straight and narrow.
Right.
But throw something like basketball, which I feel like basketball's not as stale as football, but football's stale as fuck.
You remember Mutant League games?
Yeah, I even played Mutant League Hockey.
Yeah, Mutant League Hockey, Mutant League Football. Those were good.
You killed the only problem when your guy died, he was fucking dead.
That's how
That was
Base Wars
cool.
was. When you had three robot limit that would blow up and you'd lose. But if you lost one robot, you just had one less outfielder. You lost two, you only had two in the outfield.
Sounds like our softball team.
yeah, no doubt, right?
So it was just like, come on, sports games, step outside the box, make something cool like that. I'd fucking play the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see a Base Wars remake.
I would just like people to go and play the game just to see it, because that's
Yeah.
a really cool game.
Emulate it at least.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could probably buy it for, if you have a Nintendo, you could probably buy it for dirt cheap.
Yeah.
No more than $5 probably.
Yeah, it's probably that 5 to 10 range just because it is a hard to find game.
But I mean, oh god, that and fucking Baseball Stars. I put so many hours into both of those fucking games.
And you're
Because-
not even traditionally a baseball guy.
No, but they were the games where I could make my own team. I could make my own league, play in it, and I didn't feel like I was playing a baseball game. I felt like I was playing my own thing. You know what I mean? It was fucking cool. Anyway, I played so much of that game.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys
Oh.
played so much of that game, but
Yeah.
all right. So let's see what kind of games we got coming out here. Well, and there is not shit. I mean,
as per the huge.
I mean, like I want to be positive and let you guys know that there's awesome fucking games coming out, but there aren't. The closest thing to something that somebody might potentially care about if you're drunk and fucking end up
$60 in
Wow.
and you're just like, here, have $60 is if you go like and watch the new Spider-Man movie coming out and then you want to play the game and you know our opinion essentially on movie titles. So Amazing Spider-Man 2 is coming out on things and reasons.
Is Emma Stone in it?
She's not naked, so I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
Emma Stone, my life.
my God. My God. Oh, my God.
That's it.
Lordy.
But yeah, that's it. That's the excitement for the new games, which there are.
Awesome.
Yeah, nope, it's not. Sucks dick.
This segment's the best.
It's fucking sweet. Let me tell you.
We've had some doldrums, in fairness. And
Well, you
some
know-
of the times we have good ones. Ones we missed some weeks in it were actually quality games coming out.
Yeah, we missed weeks where big shit came out that I would have enjoyed talking about, but those
Oh,
were-
dude,
I
no,
give big shits.
no, guys.
I give lots of
actually, I
shits.
missed a game.
Huh?
Pure Chess on PS4 online.
Thank God. I've been.
So it's not like watered down chess.
It's just pure chess.
It's pure chess.
3 days ago, I was like, why haven't they released a fucking chess blockbuster yet? Like, what happened to Battle Chess?
Like
I like Battle Chess. I have that. I also have one game that is slightly rare. I don't know why. I bought this from the fucking place I bought all my Sega CD games. It's Star Wars Battle Chess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's right up my alley.
chess and Star Wars in the same
He sold
game.
all the games for a set price. I took them all.
Um,
And Archeon, you remember that game on Nintendo?
Oh God,
I like that.
that
game.
wasn't even chess. That was like
technically it was chess. You just fought with
actually,
like cores and
all kidding
dragons and
aside, there
shit.
actually is a game that, like, if you have a 3DS, you might care about Mario Golf World Tour. I actually did legitimately miss that one because I just
That's fair. Mario Golf's always good.
I like Mario Golf.
Yeah.
I like golf in general, games.
I think Mario Golf games are probably my favorite. Then are the Hot Shots.
What happened? Did Hot Shots stop making games? Did they
I'm-
just fall off the face of the earth?
I made like 4 of them right in a row, and then they're like, "Fuck it, we're out."
They were so good. They were
They were
way
good.
better than Tiger Woods.
Oh God, way better.
I haven't played a golf game I thought Tiger Woods is better than this. Like, I'd rather play Outlaw Golf.
Oh, I loved Outlaw
I'd
Golf.
rather play Jack Nicklaus Golf on fucking Nintendo.
Mm.
Or the actual original just golf on
PGA
Nintendo.
Tour, PGA
Yeah.
Tour game. There was one on Sega. Like
There-
Pebble Beach is what it was called.
Pebble
Pebble Beach,
Beach.
yeah.
There is a game called just Golf on Sega Master System that I might say.
There's also a game called Golf on Atari.
I might take Tiger Woods over those.
Pebble Beach, the cool thing about that one, I know we're off topic now, the Pebble Beach game on Sega had a system to it. So, like, if the wind was blowing 5 miles an hour, you'd move your notch 10 notches over.
Oh,
and it
so
would almost go right to the hole. But it was exponential. So if it was 15, then you want to go, like, 38 or something like that, you know. It wasn't exactly double, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You couldn't just like give your ball spin in the air magically.
No.
That was honestly like I've never played like the new. I mean, I haven't played Tiger Woods golf. I've seen enough people play it, and the first time I saw it, someone was like, "Oh, dude, use my Tiger shot," and then you shot, and then
It's
like
like fucking bullet
he's
time.
like-
It's like
well, he's like, I'm gonna go right of the hole, so I'm put
left spin,
left spin on it,
in
like,
the air.
And I was like, what do you mean you're putting left spin on the air? He's like, oh yeah, that's what you can do in Tiger Woods golf. Like, yeah, but you can't even remotely do that in real life.
No, like you're like
it's
fucking
Tiger
warlock
Woods-
mind bullets
Yeah.
out there.
Like Tiger Woods to me is like the golf simulator. It is the Madden. It is
Yes, it should be.
So
How you get Perkins waitresses.
yeah, apparently. So like it'd be like me and Madden going, oh, that was a bad pass. Move it to the left some.
Yeah.
You know, like let's
Exactly.
throw it around the
Throw a
defender.
curveball
Yeah.
with football.
Move it directly into his hand.
Yeah. I just never got that shit. I was like, maybe I just not pro enough for the Tiger Woods.
No,
Pro
it's
golf,
stupid.
You're not pro at golfing.
I'm not
It's
pro
stupid.
golfing.
Obviously, you're not a
Obviously, I was
golfer.
gonna make the fucking joke.
See my fucking neighbor.
Jesus.
Probably a great golfer. Huge ass.
Yeah? Yeah? What? Oh, huge asshole?
A huge ass. Oh,
I didn't hear what you
Happy
said.
Gilmore. He's like, you have to have goofy pants and a huge ass to be a
yeah.
golfer. Try my neighbor, the accountant. He's probably a great golfer. Huge ass.
Yeah, you said, I thought you were, you caught me off guard. I thought you were literally talking about your neighbor. I was like, what?
No, my neighbor's like a 90-year-old lady, and then like
does she have a huge ass?
Huge ass, though?
No, she's like more like
4
getting out of
pounds?
dock out. Yeah, she's about to die.
I
I mean, she's 90 something. I'm just assuming.
yeah.
I think it's,
At that
it's
point,
a numbers game. Yeah.
whenever she's not dead, I'm surprised.
Maybe she'll Snapchat your ass. You can find out. I bet it looks like a
Maybe she's
California
listening
raisin.
to this podcast. She's gonna be offended.
Yeah, I'm
right?
sure she's downloading this all the time on her podcast. You know,
Yo, what up? You Grelda, or whatever your fucking name is.
she probably communicates with her kids by fucking Morse code. You know,
Hey, Opal, show me your butt cheeks.
Opal. Her name's Ruth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
I knew it was one of those, yeah. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the Gamegasm podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us, though.
We will see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Peace out.
Deuces.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week on the Gamegasm podcast.